Hello.
Hello!
That's a little loud. Oh well. I mean, the mic also.
Is what? I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
No, I don't remember if we had it set down or not.
No, I don't think so, because we generally weren't that loud.
Okay.
You only had a few filters on, that's it.
Probably. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Okay. Hey. What's up?
You want your squitches.
Oh, squeezes. Yeah.
Yeah, squitches.
Oh.
Kurt is very demanding today.
Yeah.
So demanding. Yeah.
She barely had any scratches today.
Yeah. Well, she don't want scratches from me, otherwise she could have.
Hmm.
Yeah. What happened last time? Last Wednesday.
Well, we jumped back.
Yes, to just before the time leap machine was completed.
Team lip.
Mm-hmm.
Team lip with them.
And then what happened?
Stuff.
Wow! The first 10 minutes, rest stuff.
Well, he told everyone to leave and they weren't experimenting and told Kurisu to stay.
Yeah, we went and talked at our favorite bowl place.
Yeah. Forget what it's called.
I don't fucking remember. But someone overheard them.
Yeah.
Suzuha overheard them.
Yeah.
And then she ran away from the place and we traced her down to the weird satellite thing. Which was on.
Hmm.
And it is apparently a time machine. Who would have thunk it? Am I right?
Hmm.
Who would have thunk it? But it's not working.
No.
And she needs to go back to get an IBN 5100 for them because, as we've surmised at this point, when we sent that first email all the way back to Prologue, CERN caught of it, and it is now in their super secret database that can only be decoded via the IBN 5100. So we need that, and we don't have it.
Hmm.
So that's why we're now going back as far as we can.
Hmm.
To have enough times to fix the time machine.
Hmm.
And by that, as far as back as we can, it's 48 hours. So we have 2 days to fix the time machine. Eternally 2 days, technically speaking.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
I don't know how slow the pacing of this is. So I don't know if we can finish the chapter this stream or not. We'll have to see at some point. It might still be 2 streams long, this chapter. But yeah, that's it.
Hmm.
What are you doing, Bells? Just standing there, staring.
Hmm.
No! Not touching my feet! Fuck off, woman! She got so mad. She's like, what the fuck?
Hmm.
Yeah.
You want to open my shoulder?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
You no
can
longer want to be
comfy.
under the desk?
No. Now she wants to be up there close to you.
Hmm. Hello.
She's staring. At least you can see her now.
Hmm.
Yeah. She's over here. Yeah. She's over here.
Hmm.
Yeah. Screaming for her. My lady, come back to me.
Yeah.
Oh well. Let's get fixing.
Yeah.
We already read this, so just continue.
Yeah.
It's because you didn't wait until text box came last time.
Nope.
So it doesn't save, or it doesn't register.
Nope.
But yes, we go back 48 hours! Alrighty.
When I come to, I'm standing with my phone in hand. While I wait for the ringing in my ears to subside, I check the date and time on my phone screen. August 11th, 2:06 p.m.
As you can see, they use 24 hours.
Alright, now I have 2 more days.
Oh, Suzuha!
I immediately head downstairs to see Suzuha. When I explain the situation, Suzuha races to Radican to confirm my story. After she realizes that I'm telling the truth, I take her back to the lab and have her repeat the explanation she gave us before our time leaped. We come to the conclusion that all we can do right now is to try our best to repair Suzuha's time machine. Time machine.
I mean, the one who has the highest chance of repairing it certainly is Daru. Out of all of these people. He is the tech person. Alright. Almost an hour later.
It's hard to sneak into Radican in the daytime.
Sure is.
There isn't a crowd out in front like before, but pedestrian traffic remains constant. It takes us about 30 minutes to find a way in. But before Daru tried to step aboard... But the moment Daru tried to step aboard the time machine... Alright. I thought Suzuha was lying about that. But when I turn to her, she looks away.
Fucking Japanese, I swear. We don't have that kind of time right now.
What promise?
Careful, she's running on the keyboard times.
That's why I went off the software. That's right. Mayuri reminded me that in this world line, we convinced her to stay by promising to help look for her father.
I mean, that's true, but...
If Mayuri feels that strongly about it, there's no way I can refuse.
God fucking damn it, okay. Love how they're playing the creepy despair music right now.
Because they don't have sad music?
They do!
Or is this a bad end or something?
No. You haven't gotten to the choice yet.
Okay.
So, Technically, there are no bad ends. They're just endings.
Boo. I want
Whether
bad ends.
those endings are what you want or are happy is a different thing entirely.
I want carnage.
Play Steins Gate 0?
Okay.
That is my answer to that.
父さんはさ、2010年に秋葉原にいたことは分かってるんだ。
Yeah, but at what point?
本当にいるのか?
Like, did he live here?
We don't know. We all know that is that he came to that meeting, but
Hmm.
she didn't find him.
い
So
るよ。失礼だな。この時代ならきっとまだ若くてかっこいいね。
don't even know his fucking age at this point.
名前はバレルタイターだったか。
うん、そう。ああ、外国人さん。
No, Mayuri.
うん、多分日本人。バレルタイターはレジスタンス時代のコードネーム。だから今の2010年の時点だとまだそう名乗ってないと思う。
So that's why Suzuha called herself John Tider.
父さんの本名はさ、
Like a John Smith, but related
知
to
らないん
Tyler.
だ。
Hmm.
I don't know. That's the
実の娘なのにね。教えてくれなかったし、
She's having fun.
聞かせてもらう前に
He's having fun.
死んじゃったから。
では、アマネという名はどこから？
母さんのせいだよ。
つまり手がかりはなし。
Basically.
あ、そういえばピンバッジ？
A small pin.
Hmm.
なんか書いてあるよ。
It reads OSHM star star A.
Star, star, star A.
Oh, yeah. 3 stars.
7010.
これ父さんの形見なんだよね。
形見。
ダル、ググってみろ。
Daru runs a search, but gets only incomprehensible foreign sites.
父さんは秋葉原周辺にいたらしいからさ、海外のサイトは抜きにして考えていいと思う。
日本語で OK ってことか。
He narrows the search down to Japanese sites, but even then, none of the results look relevant.
Oh well.
全然わかんねえ。
でもこれはきっとヒントになるよ。
I know we said 7010, but it looks much more like a 2010.
Yeah.
But what do I know? That's just me.
Yeah. With Suzuha's permission, Mayuri takes a picture of the pin.
というわけで、すずさんのお父さん探しに賛成の人。
That's a thin-ass phone. Either that or it's on an angle.
I mean, slight angle, but it's not that much of an angle.
It's hard to tell.
反対はしない。
おかりんありがとう。
And with Daru and Kurisu's votes, we unanimously agree to help Suzuha find her father.
Yes.
みんな、サンキュー。でも、私はあくまで1975年へ行くことを優先したい。それが父さんの意思だったから。てなわけで、
Yes.
タイムマシン修理のめどが立ったら、父さんを探すのは諦めるってことで、どうかな？それでいいの？そんだけ探して見つかんないならさ、 つまり会える運命になかったってことだと思うし。
Fair enough.
でどうやって探すん？
ピンバッジしかヒントがないのならこれを元にするしかないだろう。餅は餅屋とも言うし、マニアなショップを当たってみれば。
マニアなショップって？
秋葉にはマニア御用達のアンダーグラウンドなショップが数多くあるだろう。
How would she know that? She doesn't come from this time.
That's probably why he's selling her.
Yeah, but it's because in Japanese they ended the sentence with Daru, like in you know, and I'm like, no, she doesn't.
Okay.
It's very rude.
Kurisu is back at the lab working on.
Back lab lord. Nice.
Who's Bunny again?
I don't know. It's your friend.
Yeah, I think it might. No?
I don't know.
I don't remember. Kurisu is back at the lab working on the timely machine.
Because, you know, we need that.
It needs to be completed by 2 p.m. on the 13th. If she's late, it could affect my ability to team leap. Which would lower my chances of saving Mayuri.
Yep.
Speaking of Mayuri, she wandered off somewhere in search of Suzuha's father.
どうだ？
Where the fuck did you get that helmet? Whatever.
That's not a helmet.
No, it's actually just a strap.
Yeah.
Oh, the cap, I guess.
On his hat. Because he
Yeah.
wears a hat.
Yeah, the cap.
Cap's
That's
a
cool.
hat.
Also being precise.
Also, I don't remember if his little sunscreen on it is straight or bent.
I don't remember.
If it's straight, then it's a cap.
I don't actually remember.
Otherwise, it has a different name that I don't remember. That we in Danish called casket. Which doesn't mean casket.
No, it does not. Definitely does not. They're completely different things. It's kind of hard to see if it's flat or not.
It's not flat.
蒸し風呂ってレベルじゃねえぞ。この炎天下でマシンの中にいたら干物になるねマジで。
Daru jerky.
Like, I'm not sure if they would have been popular in Japan at this point, because there was like a specific brand that's also popular today.
Yes.
I
I don't know. The problem is Japan also has so many subcultures even back then when it comes
Yeah.
to fashion that it's kind of hard to know how popular
And
streetwear
even
was.
if it was popular, would Daru wear it? Do you think Daru cares about fashion?
No, but that could also mean he didn't care whether it was or not. He just liked the question mark on it and was like, okay, I'm getting it.
Maybe.
He doesn't care. So
I
it doesn't
have
really
a
matter.
feeling he wouldn't spend too much money on it, though. And they would typically be pretty expensive.
But no.
So.
ちなみにこのマシンバランス崩して
I think it's just a
下に落ちた
random
りしないよな。
thing he found in the store that he was like, oh, cool, I'll buy that. Well,
What?
I actually have no idea if it's gonna fall or not. Suddenly seems like it would be possible.
治りそう？
いや、まだ確証はないけど、でもさ、ちょっと触ってみて気づいたんだよね。これってなんか電話レンジと似てるかもって。
Of course it is.
じゃあ直せる可能性もあるんだな。
いや、だから確証はないって、もうちょっと調べないと。
ダルよ、スーパーハッカーよ。すべては
Maybe you should stop
お
calling
前
him
の
a
腕に
super
かかっていると
hacker.
言っていい。
For him, it doesn't have the same connotation.
No, he just likes the name. That's all.
Yeah.
スーパーハッカー。
Sounds cool.
Yeah.
お前は
You are the super hacker.
タイムマシンの母マキセ・クリスに代わり人々から
People will
崇
worship
め
you
立て
instead
ま
of
つられること
Kurisu.
になるだろう。
According to history, no. Otherwise, Suzuha would not say what she says. But whatever.
Huh? I think I might be forgetting something here.
Oh, she's the one who said that Kurisu was worshipped. For
Worshipped? Revered.
he says worship here, so
Yeah. But I don't think she's necessarily worshipped. She said she was revered.
I mean, technically she used a completely different word.
In Japanese?
Also in English.
No, in English it said revered.
But they were like, what does that mean? And then they changed it to say worship or revered. They asked what the fuck that word meant, because even in Japanese it was weird.
Okay.
It's a weird word, so. But yes. But it's just because he's saying that Daru will now be the one who is revered. Instead of Kurisu, I'm like, according to Suzuha, no. Therefore history says a no.
Well, we don't actually know when it's gonna change anything.
No, but we can surmise for now that if Suzuha remembers it as that is what has happened for her past.
Yeah, but you know,
Otherwise, her memory will be rewritten.
if he's able to fix it, I don't know.
No,
I don't know how it works exactly.
that's not how it's going to work when we think about time machines, because time machines is a big event in this. Therefore, you can't just change who will be revered like that, who finishes it. History has already said it will be
ハッカーじゃなく
Kurisu,
て
therefore it will be
ハッカーって
Kurisu.
言えっつってんだろう。
とにかく2日で何とかしてくれ、ダル。お前だけが頼りなんだ。
自信はないよ。そもそもなんで2日なん？
それは
Because in 2 days we all die. Or get kidnapped.
2日後が
Forced
さ
to work for them.
リング得意点を作るのに一番いい気象条件なんだよ。それを逃すとあと1年は次のチャンスがないわけ。
Sure, lie to him about that.
Nice excuse, Suzuha.
そうだ、そういうことだ。
2日で直せとか無茶言うなっつーの。
I mean, we have an
なら
endless
ばそ
2
んなお前
days.
にフェイリスと1日デートできる権利をやる。
Oh, oh.
え
The way he came out, he's like, what did you just say? Really?
やってくれるな。
いいですとも。
Right now, he's like, yeah!
Great. Now I just need to figure out how I'm going to convince Fares.
Don't worry about it. Just say you saved the world. She'll believe it. Oh, the scene is coming up soon. Don't worry about it.
But it is definitely a 7.
Yeah.
But it looks like a 2 without the bottom line.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's because it's supposed to be like, you know, stylistic. I don't know.
Nothing else indicates that it's supposed to be stylistic.
No, I don't know.
Because the letters are normal and the other numbers are also normal, so...
I don't know.
well,
I would
normal.
immediately guess that it's supposed to say 2010.
That's also
Maybe
what I'm
it's just
thinking.
a misprint.
Yeah. I have a feeling that it's supposed to be from this year. Like
Yeah.
an event or something.
Yeah.
We're searching for something with the same cryptic logo as this mysterious pin. Honestly, I didn't think it would be this difficult. Akiba has...
Why are you asking a chef?
Could be anything.
Yeah, suppose.
anyone.
Yeah, it could be for a restaurant, I suppose.
Akiba has plenty of niche stores, but they're all for electronic goods and PC parts. There aren't that many selling accessories like Suzuha's pin. We check everyone we can find, but come up empty-handed. Worse yet, none of the employees have any leads for us. We even check nearby neighborhoods like Ueno and Asakusa.
Yes, Asakusa.
Nothing. Suzuha and I return to the lab with heavy hearts.
Okay. Evening.
おかえり。その顔じゃ。
You tried really hard to
成果は
draw those small bits pieces. I mean, I commend them for that. It's hard, dude.
Hmm.
ダルは
戻ってない。暗くなったし、直接帰ったんじゃない？
It's too dark to work at Radican now.
なんか悪いね。こんなことしてる場合じゃないのにさ。
Yes, I hear that too. That sounds weird.
Hang on.
Is that the fire alarm?
Could be. What am I thinking? I actually think it might be a car alarm because it's not coming from the whole thing.
I mean, I don't hear it anymore, so.
I think it was just a car alarm, if anything.
Mm-hmm.
But it definitely wasn't coming from inside the building.
Okay. Well, in that case, never mind.
Yeah,
We're getting back to the stream.
just want to make sure. It's it can be a little hard to discern the fire alarm at times.
Because the walls are so
Thick.
dense.
Thick.
Concrete.
Thick with double C.
Indeed.
So, anyways,
お前のためではない全ては
we've heard it once before, but I don't remember exactly how it goes. And when we heard it last time, it also took us a while to figure out what it was because we didn't know. And
I was just ignoring the sound, honestly.
it's not a unified system, which means the fire alarm that goes off when it goes off in an apartment, that it's that single one that goes off. And
Yes, I hear something again. And it's gone.
interesting.
Well, it's not our fire alarm, so whatever.
No, I'm pretty sure it's not our fire alarm.
You really want to know what that sound is, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, well then. I don't think it's something we need to concern ourselves with.
Or part out there that is like blinking. But that could just mean that it's they have put on,
Emergency parking.
emergency parking to kind of be like, I'm allowed to park here now because I put emergency parking on.
That's not how it works, but sure.
No. And I feel like it would be louder if it was that one right out there, but what do I know? It's hard to tell. I don't know how loud car alarms are these days.
I don't know either.
The only one I remember is from one of our older cars, where it had a tendency to go off at random. So at one point we were going into Bilka. We had parts down in the basement, the one in Esbjerg. And we had just left the car and was like halfway to the entrance. And then the alarm went off. It's loud as fuck.
Yeah. Hey, it could be worse. It could be your parents forgetting to turn off the alarm when you sit in the car and the car is locked. It happened for me once.
Lil.
Yeah. So I moved just slightly and the car just went wah, wah!
Cool.
And then we're inside. So
Nice.
I couldn't do anything to stop it. So
No. Well, depending on what kind of car it is.
I was sitting in the back seat and I was like 14, so
Yeah.
I didn't fucking know what to do.
Back then, usually the alarm systems aren't really that integrated into the car.
It could basically sense if someone was moving from the front.
Yeah. Yeah.
So because I moved my head, so my head was like could be seen from the front, it just went off.
Yeah. Yeah, but in today's cars, you would be able to turn off the alarm from the inside. You probably couldn't do that back then.
No. Don't think so, no.
Like the one we had in our car was one that is an aftermarket install. It's not like the car doesn't come with an alarm system. So, because most cars didn't come with an alarm system.
No.
That's something you had to install yourself. Or have someone install for you. So yeah.
It was an add-on.
Yeah. But could be. Actually, I don't remember if that was the same car. That was also one of the cars we had where sometimes it did not want to start. To get it to start, we had to push it to get it going.
Wow.
Yeah.
Such car, much wow.
Well, it was an old car and parents didn't exactly have lots of money and stuff like that, so we had what we had. An old Ford Escort.
Oh, what?
Ford Escort.
Don't think I know that model.
And then
I'm not that interested in cars, so.
no, later we got a Ford Mondeo. You know that one. The black one.
I don't remember it.
It was the one we drove to.
That doesn't mean I will remember it. I know that you had it.
Yeah.
I know it's the black one you have, but I can't picture it in my head right now.
No.
So.
But it was the one we went to Genki with, and because we didn't park it in the shade, when we had to go out to the car, it was warm as fuck.
Yeah,
because it was black car.
Yeah, I know.
So. Yeah.
Yep.
That was why we were still in the wheelchair.
Yeah. Definitely was when we went to Genki.
Well, we also had the Viking Mobile.
Wow.
The white one with the Viking logo on the side. A Toyota.
A Toyota?
Yeah. If I remember correctly. It was pretty good. It worked. which was the important part. Didn't really break down that much. I start up the computer and search the net for communities of people who collect unique pins.
Yeah, that's a pretty good place to search, I suppose.
What if this pin doesn't exist yet?
Yeah, that's a problem, isn't it?
Yeah. I'll investigate tomorrow based on the information I find. There's a pin collecting group on a site called Frepara.
Furepara.
Furepara. Okay.
I would
Where
assume it's the same in Japanese, just because it's two words smashed together.
where everyone shows off their collection, I post there asking for information. I'm sleeping on the couch when a loud alarm rings in my ears.
I mean, fair.
Good morning.
起こしてくれたのか。助かる。
別にモーニングコールしたわけじゃない。
岡部倫太郎に見てほしいものがあってさ、起こしてもらったの。
Oh, there it is! Now you can follow the divergence every time!
Sure.
ダイバージェンスメーター。今、私たちがいるこの世界線がどこなのかを数値で表すことができるんだよ。
How did you procure this?
Oh, I'm pretty sure she had it with her in the
私
time
がも
machine.
ともといた2036年の世界線を 0% とした数値だから、あくまで相対的なものなんだけどさ。
作ったのか。
2036年から持ってきた。
Okay.
I assume, you know, like the father made it or something.
これはニキシー缶だな。
Yeah, just like you have your fucking microwave for some reason.
これ一体どういう仕組みなの？世界線の数値化なんて可能とは思えない。
Don't worry about it.
私もわかんない。
わからない。
これ作ったの誰か知ってる？
How should I know?
君だよ。
Oh my god, Okabe made it!
あ？
Therefore you should know!
作った。確か今から11年後ぐらいに君の持ってる特殊な力を応用させたらしいよ。
そうなのか。
このメーターがあれば岡部以外でも世界線の変動を確認できる。そういうことか。
They just don't remember what it was before, but yes.
違う。多分ここに表示されてる数値が変化してもそれに気づけるのは岡部倫太郎だけ。
Yeah. As far as we know, yes.
それじゃあ意味ないじゃない。
But Okabe made it for him!
岡部。
Makes him think useful!
This is something I made? It's a strange feeling.
これの仕組みは作った本人しか知らない。だから知りたかったら11年待つしかないかな。そうすれば自分で答えを見つけられるはずだから。
未来で俺と会ったのか。
一度もないよ。
Then how'd you get your hands on this?
I assume people who know Okabe in the future. And it came by proxy.
で、このメーターを今ここで俺に見せた意味は？
メーターの数値が 1% を超えたとき、君はベータ世界線にたどり着いたことになる。
Yay! And if you've noticed throughout this game,
1%。
we've gone from approximately 0.75 to 0.33. We've gone the wrong way. The entire course of this game.
そう 1% を突破さえできたら椎名真由里は助けられるっていうこと。
I stare at the glowing red numbers. They don't budge. Just another 0.6%. Seems so easy.
これは君に
Trust
あ
me,
げる。
it's not.
どうせ私が持ってても意味ないしね。有意義に使ってよ。
Based on recommendations from the BBS thread, I spend the morning visiting stores in Akaba.
Well,
But although I hit just about every kind of a store that could be considered niche, I am unable to find anything that resembles Suzuha's bin. Maybe I should go all the way to Ikebukuro or Nakano.
oh, here we go.
I start heading back to the lab, but just then a street vendor catches my eye. This is the first time I've seen such a stylish street stand in Akiba. Most vendors just sell random junk. It's not like I have anything to lose, so I walk over and check out the selection among the various accessories. I see a number of metal pins. I don't see the whatever logo on any of the displayed accessories, but I'd better ask just to be sure. He's a foreigner, so maybe I should use English?
Hey, master! I am mad scientist. So cool! Son of a bitch!
There it is. Fucking love this.
はい、何ですか？
He just answers in Japanese like, what?
ちょっと聞きたいことがある。これに見覚えが？
I just fucking love it.
The man stares at it for a while, then shrugs and shakes his head in the exaggerated manner typical of Westerners.
これの出所が知りたい。調べることはできないか？
ああ、思い出し。Sorry、ちょっと難しいですね。
It's a little difficult, eh?
What is he saying?
By the way、これはどこで手に入れたものなんですか？
I don't know.
それを知りたい。報酬は出す。
ごめんなさい。
Just in case, I give him my contact information and ask him to get in touch if he finds out anything, then I turn to leave.
The famous meme scene.
岡部倫太郎。
It really does look like it's a misprint. It doesn't
Yeah.
look like a 7 at all.
No.
It really just looks like a misprint of 2. Or maybe
I would
it's
say
been nicked off. I don't
さっ
know.
きの英語
Yeah.
何？なんかバカっぽかった。そうクールって。
It was
この時代だとああいう英語が標準なの？
no. No, but Japanese people are just bad at English.
そうなんだ。じゃあ岡部倫太郎オリジナルか。私の生まれた時代にはさ、海外旅行なんてなかったからよくわかんないんだよね。
海外旅行がない？行ったことがないではなく？
そう。 旅行なんて娯楽はなかったな。渡航許可はめったに下りなかったし。だから外国人を見たのはこの時代に来てから。
So in the future, no one is allowed to leave Japan. Japan was like that a few centuries ago too, when the Tokugawa shogunate closed the country to the west. It sounds like CERN set into international relations back hundreds of years.
Yeah, it's not just Japan, I would assume. It's pretty much every country.
Yeah. Perhaps that's why there's no war in Suzuha's time. I mean, it's hard to for conflicts to emerge when races and cultures can't interact.
I mean, that's true to a certain degree.
Not that, you know, there won't be internal conflicts.
No. But when you have a government that decides what is right and what is wrong,
Yeah.
there is no conflict. Because they will just disappear.
To a point, yeah. Well, there is a resistance, but otherwise.
Yeah, but that's only because they haven't been able to catch them.
Yeah. It sounds kind of like a prison with invisible walls, guarded by CERN and the Committee of 300.
That's probably exactly what it is.
I mean, ending war is obviously a good thing, but
At what cost?
I can't let my fears about the future overtake me. I should be more concerned about the issue at hand. The sunlight beats on my head, making it hard to think. I feel like I'm standing in a sauna. This heat is driving me nuts.
Yeah, been there, done that. Ugh.
Why does the sun hate me so much? Shining in the center of the sky like he owns a damn place.
I don't think the sun has a gender, but sure. I'm pretty sure in Japanese it didn't have a gender either.
Well, depending on your mythology.
Yeah, but this guy's a scientist, so.
Yeah. Damn it. Why
And
can't...
even in Japanese, I actually think the sun is a goddess. So, didn't seem to.
Typically, yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's a goddess, Amaterasu, so.
Damn it, why can't we find any information on that pin? I suppose it's no skin off my back if we don't find Suzuha's father.
The chop's going all over you.
Thanks, Pearls.
She's just been eating chop this entire time.
As long as Daru fixes the time machine, nothing else matters.
Look at that beak.
You're dirty, Pearls. Why don't you clean it before you come over here?
That's what she did. Flew over to a chair and cleaned it.
Before
on a surface she could
Yeah.
clean it on.
So why do I feel so bad about my lack of progress? I really don't know. Maybe I'm just frustrated by my own powerlessness.
Mood.
I can't save Mayuri. I can't fix Suzuha's time machine. I can't even help Kurisu with the time leap upgrade. So what am I good for?
You're the only one who could go back in time.
Is he though?
He's the only one they've tested it on, at least. So he's the only one they safely know can do it. And is willing to do it.
Did you clean your beak on my...
Yeah, she's cleaning her beak on your shirt.
Yeah.
She's really trying her best to clean her beak right now. I think she got most of it off. Yeah,
Are you happy?
yeah. She's been eating chop. You should be happy for her.
Yeah.
She's been eating chop this entire time almost. Yeah. Yeah.
The only thing I can do is help Suzuha find her father.
もしかして近年中に作られるピンバッジなんだろうか。まだできていないとか。
やっぱさ、父さんとは会えない運命なんだ。
That's not an answer to our question,
どれだけ
Suzuha.
探してもないんだから。もう無理無理。全然無理だね。
I feel a surge of anger at her words.
Fair enough.
Here I am stewing in self-loathing, and she acts like it doesn't matter.
Yeah. He's like, I'm doing my best here, and you just say, what the F? I don't care anymore.
残っているぞ。
何起こってんの？
Everything. You. Myself. The
みん
universe.
なお前のためを思って頑張っているのだと分かっているのか。俺だってマユリを助けることを何より優先したいんだ。それでもお前はラボメンであり仲間だ。その仲間が困っているから助けたい。そんなマユリの気持ちを汲んでこうして探しているのに。
Doesn't wanna, probably because of the mic, doesn't want to see my face.
お前が真っ先に諦めてどうする。
怒鳴んないでよ。
あまり俺を萎えさせるな。
My ranting is pointless. Sound and fury signifying nothing. I tell myself to calm down. This is just my own feelings of impotence boiling over.
Yeah.
よかったよ。でも君さ、言い方が上から目線すぎると思うよ。
言い過ぎたのなら。
Oh, look, he's learning.
Hmm.
In the start of the game, he would not say sorry for this.
Hmm. It's too awkward to make eye contact.
さて、これからどうするか。
I wonder how the other lab members are progressing. I'm especially concerned about Daru. Depending on the situation, he might need some relief. And then there's Mayuri. She's been working alone, trying to find some information on Suzuha's father. Although we still have over 24 hours before that happens, I can't help but worry about leaving her alone.
Shit! Absolute ass! I will not move for you. I knew it was coming, but still hurt.
Our search turns up nothing. As the evening wears on without a single lead, Suzuha and I grow quieter and quieter.
そういえば、2036年では俺は本当に有名なのか。
Sorry.
テロリストとしてね。
You're infamous.
それで、俺は一体どんなテロ行為を？
セルンに反逆したの。君はさ、私が所属してたレジスタンスの設立メンバーの一人だったんだよ。
So that is how she came into possession of him. Member of the same group.
I helped found the resistance. Well, that was a short clip. Suzuha is from the year 2036.
That's because, you know, they usually showed this entire thing in one go without saying much from Suzuha's point, like in the anime, but here they kind of have to separate it into what he's saying.
Yeah.
So that's why they're shorter.
Ugh. I'm getting a little tired. That is the 2036 where Mayuri had died in 2010.
Oh my god, a gun!
And Kurisu, for some reason, has been...
Imprisoned! That's imprisoned for you, game.
Yeah, imprisoned by CERN and being forced to develop the time machine. In such a future, how could I not rebel against CERN?
Exactly. It was inevitable.
Weren't those my ambitions as a mad scientist?
Hello there, Suzuha of the future.
くだらない。
くだらない？
マユリを助けることもできず。
Grenade!
中二病みたいな真似をしているなんてな。
世界に自由を取り戻そうとする勇敢で立派な志だと思うけど。
Take that.
俺はどんな男だった？
She hasn't met you, remember?
だから私は会ったことないって言ったで
Jesus
しょ。
Christ. Sorry about that.
そうだったか。
うん。君はさ、セルンに殺されたの。2025年に。
Ah, shit. He's gonna die in 15 years.
Hmm.
Actually, scratch that. He's gonna die this year. According to CERN. You stare at me like, what? It's 2025.
Oh.
That took you forever.
Oh, I thought you meant the game. I was like,
No. I translated into, oh yeah, it's 2025, so he's gonna die this year.
hmm. I was killed by the same people who killed Mayuri.
I mean, that's not
もっ
really a
と早
surprise.
く教えとくべきだったかも。わかるでしょ？未来を変えないとさ、君はあと15年で死んじゃうんだ。シーナ・マユリも助からない。君も助からない。マキセ・クリスは無理やりセルンに協力させられてる。ラボメンはみんな不幸になってるんだ。
ダルは？
彼の名前は聞いたことないな。ウィザー
That
ド
doesn't
級ハッカー
bode
の
well.
伝説っていうのはちらっと聞いたことがあるけどね。そもそもウィザード級ってどういう意味なのかすら知らないけど。
Don't worry, that's just internet
とに
speak.
かくさ、
Hmm.
君たちだけを見れば
She's tired.
こんな未来ってない
Look
よ
at
ね。
her.
Yeah.
だからなおさら私が IBN5100 を手に入れてきて未来を変えなきゃって思ってる。この時代に来るまでは君たちは遠い存在だったけど、今では仲間だしさ、なんとかしたいんだ。
助かる。お前はこれからも永遠にラボメンだ。
サンキュー。
The time limit is approaching. What else can I do? Or what else can we do before the limit?
Oh, it's fast approaching.
ねえねえオカリー、あの人工衛星がタイムマシンだったなんてびっくりしたね。
ああ、そうだな。
ビルに突き刺さっちゃってるけど、すずさんが無事でよかったね。
I doubt it was anything like a crash. Probably just appeared there, displacing the wall, which then collapsed.
あれって
That's what
操作
Suzuha
が
said.
とっても難しいんだって。
I guess she heard that from Suzuha.
重力うんたらかんたら装置の座標が
Gravitational
ちょっとでも
whatchamacallit.
ずれるとね、
Hmm.
タイムマシンごとゼリーマンになっちゃってプルンプルンかなんだそうです。しかもね、あのタイムマシンってセルン製じゃないからあんまり安定してないって。1975年に行く時が心配だな。二人乗りだったらね、一緒に行ってあげられたのにね。
お前が一緒に行ってどうするのだ？
決まってるよ。すずさんの手をギューって握ってね。大丈夫。マユシーが一緒だから
Moral support.
大丈
The
夫だよ
best moral support.
応
Hmm.
援してあげるの。
She's shitting on one foot.
Hmm.
Oh.
Something tells me that won't be much help.
ねえねえオカリ、あのタイムマシンって名前はついてるのかな？
名前か。
That's the least of what I want to know about the time machine. I'm pretty sure John Titor's time machine had a model number. But the John Titor from 2000 might not have been Suzuha. There was no John Titor in 2000 in this world after all.
気になるならタイターに直接聞けばいい。
ああ、そうだね。まゆしうっかりしてたよ。
Wow. I didn't think of asking the person right in front of me who owns this time machine.
Mayuri giggles and runs off to talk to Suzuha.
名前あった。
どんな名前だったんだ？
FG204 なんとかなんとか。
Future Gadget! Is that not what it stands for? Future Gadget 204?
Hmm.
ダル君とすずさんって結構お似合いだと思わない？
I'm not gonna say anything in this, but I don't like where this is going.
はあ？お似合いか？ダルはそもそもフェイリス萌えなのだぞ。
ああ、そっか。そうなのかな。
Good
grief.
Yeah, that's it.
Mayuri and I aren't of any use. I would prefer to leave Daru and Suzuha to it and resume the search for Suzuha's father, but Mayuri seems happy just sitting here. We don't have any leads on the pin or its owner.
No, absolutely nothing right now.
Maybe 2 days just aren't enough.
The sign for the Nakabashi conference is still there. Fucking love it. I mean, it did land in that very room. So
あのね、もう2着はできてるよ。楓ちゃんと吹雪ちゃんの分。
3着目はルカ子に来てもらうためのものだったか。
そうなんだけど。
you hit the mic.
ルカちゃんが説得できなかったから今回は諦めたの。ねえねえ、まゆしもタイムマシンもっとよく見てきていいかな。
ダルたちの邪魔はするなよ。
はーい。
She's acting like this is a field trip.
I mean, given she doesn't know about the impending doom happening in less than 24 hours.
タイムマシンさ、突貫工事とはいえうまくすると明日には直せるかもって。
ダルの実力は折り紙付きだ。
見た目は不節制そうで冴えない感じなのにね。
見た目で判断する
Well,
な。
he's gotta have some kind of redeeming qualities, right?
考えを改める。あのさ、今言わないと機会を永遠に逃しちゃいそうだから言うけど。
なんだ、大げさだな。
私さ、君たちには本当に感謝してるんだ。初めてこの時代に来た時、私の知ってる人は誰もいなくて、戦ってばっかりだった私の時代とは全然違ってて、この時代の方がすごく平和なのにさ、なんだか私にとってはすごく怖かった。でもさ、今こうして 自分の全てを晒せる友達。仲間ができた。私が生まれる前に生きていた人たちと出会えて、私のためなんかにみんな頑張ってくれてる。それってとっても奇妙で、だけどとっても嬉しいんだよね。その気持ちは本当だから、この時代に来ることができて、君たちと同じ時間を過ごせて、私本当に楽しかった。っていうか、君たちみんな揃いも揃って我が強くて、癖があっていろいろと濃すぎて
And over the top.
最初はなんだこ
You
いつら
don't
なんて
say.
思ってたけどさ、
Hmm.
いつの間にか君たちといる時間が楽しくなってたよ。
So, did she steal the bike?
I have no idea what she got that bike from. I don't know. It's never elaborated on. Don't worry about it.
She stole it.
2003
I have no idea if she brought money with her, if they even have any old money to speak of.
喧嘩すら起きないんだ。
If they still use
知って
yen
た？
or whatever.
What?
If they still use yen.
Yeah, maybe they just have some from the old times.
Hmm.
That's were never used. I don't know.
知るわけがない。俺は2036年
I'm not even alive then. Would I know?
そっか、ごめん。とにかくさ、喧嘩すら起きない、およそ争いって名のつくものは、ミクロなものからマクロなものまで全部消えちゃった。その代わり、みんな死んだ魚みたいな目をしてた。誰も覇気がなくて、歩く足はズリズリってすり足で、笑いはするけど怒ったり悲しんだりはしなくて、個性なんて誰も持ってなかった。みんなロボットみたいだった。
I mean, that's kind of what you gotta do when you have a utilitarian
Yeah,
authority
that's
saying no conflict!
Hmm.
あの時さ、すごくびっくりして、すごくショックだったんだけど、
Hmm.
On one foot.
同時にすごく
Your cardigan's running down on that
嬉し
side.
くなったんだよ。
But she's keeping you warm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
変なやつだな。
確かに。君のラボに出入りしてるみんなは生き生きしてて、すごく眩しい。椎名真由里も橋田至も牧瀬クリスも、それに君も。
何をバカな。
What's up?
He looks weird.
My knee? Oh, that's because it's overstretched at the moment.
Hmm.
This is not overstretched. This is
Hmm.
overstretched. This is just fat.
Hmm.
It's the inferior fat pad.
That's a weird name for Mad Pat.
God damn it. Sure. Whatever.
Yeah. There's nothing enviable about me. I'm worthless. I can't even say my.
That's not really your fault though, Okabe. That's just
私も
the world trying to murder
みんな
your
みたいって思ったよ。
fucking childhood friend.
Hmm.
俺からすればお前こそすごいと思うぞ。
そう言ってもらえると嬉しいかも。こうして頑張れてるのも君たちと会えたおかげ。ほんのちょっとでもラボメンの一員になれてよかった。ほんのちょっとの間でも君たちと一緒にいられてよかった。
Suzuha?
So, when are they going to bang?
There's so many things wrong with that sentence. And they will not.
Isn't this a visual novel? Is that what's supposed to happen?
No. That's your eroge, okay? It's not an eroge. Despite what it might look like sometimes.
You don't say. The music is throwing me off, that's the problem. Because fucking eroges and VNs, the music sounds the same. So I'm just expecting stuff to happen. What about Fate? That's a VN, right? Or was that something else? That started
Fate Stay Night?
No, original Fate.
Yeah, Fate Stay Night.
Is
That's the original Fate.
That's the original?
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Technically, that was an eroge.
Yeah, exactly. It was an eroge.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're all eroges.
Not all Fate games are eroges. That's not how it works.
No, all VNs are eroges.
No. It's not how that works. Fate Stay Night was an eroge. You can play it without the ero part of it.
Yeah. I guess it became popular enough so they decided to not have that be there anymore.
I mean, I think it's because the anime adaptation, decided to forgo that because otherwise they can't air it on TV. And honestly, it doesn't really add much to the story. The only reason they have those scenes is because in that universe, you transfer mana through fluids, bodily fluids, which could also be blood. It doesn't fucking matter. That's why they have those scenes in that game. They don't need to. They could just say that and let that be over with. It doesn't add anything to the story.
I thought Fate Stay Night was the Yuri one.
No, that's Fate Collade.
That's Fate. Oh. I can't keep track of it.
That's Fate Collade, Leah.
But there's like a fairly recent Fate Stay Night anime. Is there not? Well, recent.
No, I mean, no. The most recent thing adapted from that game is Heaven's Feel, which is the last and longest, as far as I know, route in that game, because there's 3 routes in it. That's a movie series, but you're foldable. 3 movies. I do want to watch at some point, but because I do want to know, the last ending of the game. It's not been that many years ago that they released a remaster of the game on Steam. But there are so many other Fate things coming out, like Fate Extra, or...
Well, it has only been 11 years, I suppose.
Since what?
Stay Night.
Oh, yeah. It's... Only 11? Are you sure about that?
2014?
That's not the original!
That's Fate Stay Night.
No, that is Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works! This is Fate Stay Night. This is the original.
Oh, well,
It's from 2006.
okay. Well,
The other one adapts the second route called The Limited Blade Works.
so it's about 20 years old.
Yeah.
Well then. But it's probably the Unlimited Blade Works I was thinking of.
Yeah, there's that was 16 and 17. That one came out. It's 2 seasons.
14.
Sorry, 14, 15. I watched it when it came out, so. But yes, though I think that 14 one that they specifically have there was like an episode 0/OVA that was released almost a year before the actual series came out.
Oh, I don't know about that.
But whatever. Unlimited Blade Works is the second route in the game, and now they just finished adapting the third route in the game, Heaven's Feel. So. But so many Fate products have come out since that. So, like Fate Apocrypha, Fate Extra. I don't fucking even know anymore.
The biggest one, Fate Grand Order.
I mean, that's a game. I was talking about series, but technically there is.
That's also a series.
There's
an anime of Fate Grand Order.
There's an anime adapting the first arc, which is a movie, and the last arc, which is a series. It doesn't adapt anything else from that game. Not that you necessarily need much else to enjoy it, because the Fate Grand Order adaptation of Babylonia is actually really, really good. And then it adapts like the true ending after that in OVAs.
Oh god. I'm looking at the original cover for the game. They look like shit.
The remastered, you have the art style you're used to.
I mean, they still, look like them, but still doesn't look great.
I mean, it's an old style. I think it's the same artist. It's just, Zero's art style. So.
But this one specifically was kind of bad.
Yeah. But yeah. Old Type Moon has the same, kind of art style to it. Even Skihime, so. But as the years go on, you can see that the style has evolved a lot.
Okay, so the anime came out 2 years after the release of the game. Wow.
The game was so popular, apparently, that Studio Dean was like, let's make an anime.
But the worldwide release was last year.
Yeah, it had never come out to the West. Ever. It was only fan translated. That's one of the reasons why I've never actually played it. It's because I couldn't.
It's on the Switch?
It's also on Steam.
Yes.
But yes, it's also on Switch.
Windows and Switch.
Yes. It's just a visual novel, so.
And then there's a manga from 2005 to 12.
Yeah.
Anime from 2006 to 2006.
Yeah, it was 24 episodes long. So.
Another manga that's still running from 2006 and so on. It's a Yonkoma.
Yeah, it's just comedy, slapstick, so they can make it go on forever.
Himuro no Tenchi Fate / School Life.
Sounds about right.
So what? It's akin to the.
It's basically just what if school AU.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, I was thinking akin to the shonen school, like the chibi school series for all kinds of
Oh, the Isekai Quartet?
Isekai Quartet, that was what it was.
Basically.
OVA, which was Fate Prototype.
Yeah, Fate Prototype is also a thing. Fate Zero is a prequel, but that was a light novel series, so.
Fate Stay Night Heavensfield manga.
Yeah.
Still ongoing from
Yeah.
2015.
But Ufotable has now finished the animation adaptation of that, so
And they're currently adapting,
adapting.
sorry, the Unlimited Blade Works into manga. They started in 2021. Then there's Fate Stay Night Film, Unlimited Blade Works. And the TV series. The movie is from 2010.
I haven't watched the movie.
No.
It's not necessary.
The TV series is from 2014 to 2015. 26 episodes. Oh.
Yeah, I could see it on her
Oh,
shoes.
Jeebus. Pearls!
You stepped on it immediately. Absolute buffoon. Yes, I could see she was stepping for it. Big time. So I was just waiting for her to immediately fucking steps on the poop. Absolute buffoon. I love how she went up on your desk pad just to poop so she could go down again.
Yeah. And then there was an OVA in 15. Later. 15. Fall. Well.
Fate is a big universe. Very,
What?
very
No.
big universe at this point.
No, why would you say that?
I mean, I'm in the middle of it, so... You're outside of it yet.
岡部倫太郎きっと
But hey, if you want to get into it, you can just play the newest game.
今
The
The Fate Samurai.
自由な世
Yeah.
界に
That's actually a
Oh.
good entry point, because... Honestly, it's not really linked to any other... Like Gundam has this central timeline thing. This one here, because it takes place way before, and it's also in Japan.
what period was it?
Edo period, I'm pretty sure, because they're in Edo.
Yeah.
So it takes place way before Feast Day Night even starts, and it also isn't really connected to the Holy Grail War in the same way.
おいどうしたん
The
だ
Holy Grail War is not supposed to take
な
place
ん
in
でそんな
Japan,
に感傷的な
but
の
here we are.
But they're still fighting for the Holy Grail.
Yes, they're still fighting for Holy Grail. A Holy Grail.
Yeah.
I don't really want to say anything else on it because that would be spoilers, major spoilers. But you can play that. It's a good introduction. Just know that it is the characters who, most of the characters who come up here are Japanese.
Do you have it?
But it is a good game.
Well, then I'm not gonna play it.
Well, even this was more for the audience, not for you. I think for you it'd just be easier to just play Fate Stay Night at this point.
I want to play the original.
We can't play the original. It doesn't exist in English.
I'll just get a fan translation.
Good fucking luck with that. Knowing
It
Japan,
must still exist.
knowing Japan, it does not exist any longer because now you can actually get it legally. She wants passed, but I ain't moving.
Yeah, but knowing the Western audience, they will still try to preserve those.
Yeah, but the Japanese government can still get on their asses and do something about it, and they do.
As long as they can find them.
Yes, they will at some point.
Not necessarily.
But most people will probably just play the remaster. Because it's easier, and it is also better art.
But I want it okay.
Not if we're gonna play it on stream.
Ah. Yeah, okay.
You can do that in your own time.
Does she not want to go to 1975?
I mean,
But
she
it-
kinda has to.
But I mean, she's got a time machine, so can't she just come back afterwards?
See, that's what you were saying last stream.
Oh, sorry.
Remember?
What?
That... Why is this a problem? Why can't you just go back and then get the IBN 5100 and just hand it to us?
Yeah, exactly.
Why is there a time limit on this?
if that really was possible, this whole thing wouldn't be happening.
No, but as I'm saying, there is some information you're missing, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna get that very soon.
Yeah.
No. Because to me, it was like, and of course, that cannot happen because of reasons, but...
One thing that's a little weird is the whole thing of... Why is Faris' family the ones to give the IBN 5100 to the shrine?
Good question.
Because if it was something like, Suzuha going back to 1975 to procure it and then give it to the shrine kind of thing, then unless she's Faris' mother?
Don't know her mom.
No,
We do not.
we have never seen her mom, so we don't know, but
I also believe her mom isn't alive anymore, so... I don't remember correctly.
Yeah.
She only has her father. So I wouldn't particularly say the Ferris looks anything like Suzuha.
no, not at all.
I will say though...
If there's anyone who looks like each other,
Yes.
it's Suzuha and Daru.
Yeah. And upon that, there is one more thing that I will add that is extremely funny regardless of whether you know this or not at this point. Suzuha's mother is an exact copy of Suzuha!
Wow. Okay.
Except that she has long hair. And the eye color is blue.
Okay.
Otherwise, exactly the same. Even the same voice actress. Hilarious in Zero.
Okay.
When she's finally a character. Let me find you a picture of her.
Yeah.
Because it's fucking funny.
When Suzuha completes her mission and brings us the IBN 5100, the world line will change. The future will be reconstructed in accordance with the principle of causality.
Like, look at this!
Yeah.
It's exactly Suzuha, just blue eyes and long hair! That's it! It's fucking hilarious, I swear to God.
Meaning that the 2036 she knows will cease to exist. To hear her describe it, the future is an awful place. Oops. But even so, it was her home. She has friends there, I'm sure, comrades in arms, and memories of her father, barrel tighter. More like deadbeat dad.
No, he's literally dead at that point, she said so.
Yeah, I know. I know.
We don't know if he was beaten to death, but he is dead. I would imagine they just shot him though. Not beat him.
She must have friends there. And memories of her late father, barrel tighter.
There were 3 R's in that! Go back! There are 3 R's in that!
Don't worry about it.
Game! Proofread your shit!
Like, I'm pretty sure they have just rewritten the entire thing. Like,
Yeah! I don't remember there being this many typos in the
instead of
original
it
game.
being a copy-paste, it's
Yeah.
somebody read the thing and then wrote the thing.
Yeah! Oh my god. There's 3 R's in there, I'm like... I know it's a little bit hard sometimes when it's, you know, those kinds of letters, but come on!
All of
I
that.
saw it immediately, and I only saw it for like 0.5 seconds. You want some hard candy?
I want some hot licorice.
Mm-hmm.
I want to suck on them balls.
God damn it. God damn it.
These nuts!
Wow.
Ah, got him!
Jesus, you're loud.
Sorry. All that would be lost to her forever.
タイムマシンが治ったら
Maybe she won't even
また
exist
盛大に宴会を開こ
If
う。
what?
if they change the future. Change the world line.
Let's compare to if our parents still meet each other.
Exactly.
Don't worry. You'll get to know that answer in this game.
I mean, why wouldn't I?
I mean, as I said, Suzuha's mom isn't in this game.
No.
She's a character. She just isn't in the game.
When I returned to the lab, Kurisu wasn't there. Maybe she went out to eat for a change of pace. Afterwards, I hit the streets again in search of the pen. But the day ended without a single lead, so I reluctantly returned to the lab and tried searching the internet.
Time to go back on the bulletin boards and look through that channel.
I can time leap again, but will that really help us find Suzuha's father?
An unfamiliar number, uh-oh.
This just reminds... It reminds me of the Steel Samurai.
Yeah, it is.
An unfamiliar number. Oh no. Who is it?
俺だ。
Oh my god, he called! The supporter guy! Mr. Okabe! No.
名乗ってもらおう。
Holy fuck!
Even I have a hard time understanding what he's saying, and I understand both Japanese and English.
I'm just like...
Guy's
whoa.
bad at Japanese.
Yeah.
お前は何を言っているんだ。
No, wait. I've heard this broken Japanese before.
Very broken. One afternoon in factory.
That's right. It's that foreign street vendor I met this afternoon in Akiba.
特定した。Nice to meet you.
どういたしまして。私自主制作してます。Yesterday night, guest got come here の思い出し。
Guest got come here. He just put in the fucking article of ga, and everything else was English.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yesterday night, guest got come here. I understand you can say gesto in Japanese as well. He's so bad. Oh, it's hilarious. I'm sorry.
バチがユウが持ってきたやつと、セームだったのよ。
今すぐそっちに行く。
Chewing gum out on the street. How dare you?
I go to the same spot as before, although his stand has already closed. The Westerner is waiting for me.
Oh, Okabe! Hello!
そのゲストとやらはどこ行った？
クライアントカムヒアなのは yesterday なことよろしい。
そいつの連絡先は
Yoroshi, what? That did not belong in that sentence.
ドクです。ゲストはシミュレーションだけ。プライベートインフォメーションは nothing。
I'm not following either. Poison?
ジャ
What?
パニーズやっとプライベートインフォメーションの重要さについてスタディらしい。過敏神経になったよね。
Okay. I still don't follow.
I don't even understand the English translation here.
No, that's the point. It's supposed to be broken English as well.
ゲストがネームはテレフォンナンバー残っていったかよ。ノリーク、それがビジネス。
I'm just as flabbergasted as you are.
My head is full of question marks. In hindsight, I should have brought Kurisu to speak English for me.
そいつはどういうやつなんだ。男か女か。
Well, so young or so middle. Japanese are kao young ne. Look dake ja no understand.
I don't understand just based on face. That's what he said.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Tokucho? Nyari judo or pro wrestler?
なんだ柔道プロレスラーそれがどうしたんだ
Sounds like Suzuha.
Yes!
That wasn't a yes or no question.
What the hell do you mean?
Ah, balloon! Balloon da yo!
Oh no, not Suzuha. Daru. He's shaped like a balloon.
柔道プロレス
You know, sumo. That's probably what he was trying to say.
I want to ask more questions, but the foreigner suddenly sees a policeman walking by and runs off. It will be difficult to find Tyler in what little time we have left. I can... Again. Just barreling through.
I mean, here
His
he wants
barrel Tyler.
You understand? You understand why I thought it was funny.
Yeah. Oh, whoops. Accidentally clicked. I can timely begin starting at 2 p.m. tomorrow.
But why does he want to have it made? That's an interesting thing.
Looks like all I can do is wait until Christina's done
Christina!
working and then leap to the time this suspicious character appears at the stand.
Sounds like a good idea. It's the best way to find the person.
うん
Alright, we are there!
完成
You were only delayed by 20 minutes. That's pretty good.
Team leap mission
Mm-hmm.
complete.
Or as they say in Japanese, time leap machine.
Team leap mission.
Then it would be Timu. Timu leap machine.
I'm not trying to sound Japanese.
No, I know. You comfy there, Pearls?
Mm.
Trying not to fall asleep, I see. Shaking her head. She's like, what? The fuck?
It's 20. Sorry.
It's 20:30 p.m.
It's 2:30 p.m. on the 13th, about 20 minutes later than before.
タイムリープマシーンか。
How nostalgic.
I've already explained to her how time leaping works. It's as different as can be from Suzuha's time machine, which can physically displace actual bodies.
And items.
未来の記憶を思い出させるっていうのは。
That's not the important part.
No, I know. It's both inorganic and organic matter.
空想とか、もしかしてっていう推測とか、あと直感、デジャブ。
Sure.
そういうのってさ、実際には未来の記憶を思い出してるのかもしれないかもってちょっと思っちゃった。
Well, I already know what deja vu is, because the game actually explores that a bit in the other game. But
2036年
In
時点だ
Zero?
と
yeah.
Yeah.
記憶は世界戦艦の自分との
You know, memories from other world lines or whatever.
セルンの研究者から出てるんだ。
A bit like the Mandela effect.
Yes. Exactly.
それと似たようなものなのかも。
Except it's usually only you. But the Mandela effect is also explained like that.
Yeah.
that is because in another world line, he died. That's what I wanted to say.
In prison.
Yeah, he died in prison. And in this world line we're in currently, he did not. And some people remember that for some reason. They still retain that little memory.
Yeah.
岡部だけの特殊能力なのか
Though that
それとも
is
全人類がその資
a
質
bit
を
more
持ってる
about past events rather than future events.
より
Yeah,
強
that's
い
why
能
I said
力
like deja vu is supposed to be you experiencing something you feel like you've experienced before. So therefore, in the timeline you're in right now, that thing happens later than it has in another timeline. So yes. Just like with the Mandela effect.
I think I get what you mean. You mean that the thing you remember in another world line has already happened.
Yes, exactly. At that time.
But it's happening now
Yes.
in the current world line.
Yes.
Okay.
And so it can still explain the Mandela effect.
Yeah. There, but
一つ確かなことがある。意識は記憶とともに過去へ飛んだ。
I mean, that's because you only traveled 2 days back, my dude.
それがなぜなのかいまいち納得いかない D メールの時に岡部が体験したような状況と同じになってもいいは
But
ず
it
な
is
の
true. We do go with him, like his consciousness go there. For some reason. Instead of just, things being changed after we press the button, like we do with the D-mail.
yeah.
Because that was what you thought was going to happen at the beginning. But we actually do go with him.
Yeah. Which certainly would suggest that consciousness also goes with.
Yes, because it's always from his point of view. The only times where it's not from his point of view is because the anime decided that they wanted to insert the scenes.
Yeah.
The original game only has things from Okabe's point of view.
Yeah.
記憶に意識を
As
依
it goes through
存してるのかな
Yes?
I mean,
To a
yes.
point.
But again, I think she's more questioning, like, are they so connected that you cannot separate them?
Maybe. That's hard to know because, like, depending on how you look at it from a philosophical standpoint. Like most people believe that experience or memories make the person. If it wasn't for those experiences, those memories, you would not be who you are. Therefore, your consciousness would not be what it is right now. But that's also something we discussed before, where it's like, well, if you implant these experiences, these memories into a younger you, will you become old you? Like older you now? In that instant?
Or will you still be young you, but with the memories?
Yeah, but just with the memories. That's it's like you can recall these memories, but otherwise
But you
still
didn't experience them.
you didn't experience them, and therefore they don't affect your personality.
Exactly. It's hard to know.
意識って形として存在してるわけじゃないのが厄介だよね。
But memories do? I mean, okay.
I mean, we know where memories are.
Yeah.
That's the thing. We don't know where consciousness is in our brain.
No, that's
Not
true.
really.
It's just this line is a little weird.
Yeah. Like, we know what personality is, but personality is also not the same as consciousness.
No, it's not.
In this game, they divide it into memories, consciousness, and personality, or mind. So, personality we do know is mainly in the frontal lobe.
Yeah.
Memories are in the primary brain, specifically the hippocampus.
But they gotta, be connected.
Everything's connected in the fucking
Yeah,
game.
yeah. But no,
But-
I mean, well, yeah.
But my point is just consciousness is a thing we don't really know where it is in the brain.
No. If it's even in the brain,
Exactly.
we don't know.
Nope.
What constitutes as consciousness?
Exactly. That is the problem.
Hmm.
That's why he says it doesn't have a form that we can see.
Yeah, it's like, is consciousness your soul?
What is a soul?
Like, if we go by the idea that humans have, that's poop.
I know. That's why I was getting it off.
Okay.
It's dry poop. That's
yeah.
what it is.
I thought I lost my train of thought.
You talk about
If humans
souls.
have the idea that humans have souls, like how the thing that would also explain that ghosts exist, because when the soul leaves the body and it doesn't go to the place it's supposed to, that would be a ghost.
At least in the way Westerners think.
Yeah. Yes.
That's an important distinction because in Chinese beliefs, at least for some people, China, because China has a lot of different cultures in one at this point, but
Well, yeah.
ghosts are more referred to the body left behind a lot of the time. Like a fucking zombie.
The shell.
Yeah, the shell. Exactly.
Interesting.
Yeah. That still retains some kind of emotion from their death. But the rest of them's gone.
Yeah.
It only has that.
For some reason,
And the longer it's alive, so to say, quote unquote, the stronger that attachment and emotion gets, and the more dangerous it gets.
so like Sam
I mean,
in season 4? No.
yes,
Yes?
yes,
Was it season 4?
yes.
Yeah.
Sure.
Or he didn't have a soul. Which meant he had no consciousness. Or he had no conscience.
Yes. We don't actually know whether he had emotions at all, do we?
He had no emotions. He didn't feel bad about doing things. He had
No.
no qualms of like
But
what's
could
good
he
and
be
what's
happy?
bad.
No.
No.
Because that's like the difference, right?
Yeah.
As well.
Like no emotions. He was complete deadpan.
Yeah.
Um,
If you have that, but you put a very, very powerful negative emotion inside that, then yes. But you also just have to remember it doesn't have a personality like Sam does. Sam still has a personality, even though he doesn't have a soul.
sort of.
He still has a personality.
He is. While he doesn't have during the time where he doesn't have a soul, all he's doing is acting based on his memories.
Yes. But when he shows his true colors, I still feel like there was intent behind some things that he's saying, so there's still a personality there. There must be a reason why he's acting.
He's acting because he purely.
He doesn't want his soul back.
No, he doesn't want his
That's
soul
his
back.
motivation, therefore he must have a personality.
He purely works on what he believes is best for himself.
Exactly.
But
that's still an opinion. It's still a personality that
Does
made
it
that
need a
decision.
personality?
Yeah, I would say so.
okay.
Because if you don't have a personality, you wouldn't have an opinion at all.
But he doesn't. Well,
He does.
Yeah.
He has motivation behind everything he does. It's just not what it seems.
Yeah. It's mostly because that he learns that, well, this seems like a bad idea. I don't really want to do this.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah, but because his soul held him back from doing things.
That too.
That was one of the things that he was like.
He became a merciless killer because of it.
But that was his emotions, not necessarily his personality. Sure, his personality is twisted now, but there is still a personality.
Maybe, yeah.
So,
I mean,
because again, for Chinese ghosts, there is no thought inside that head other than that emotion. If it's rage, there is only rage. There is no other thoughts. That's all there is.
so it's more like a golem. A Jewish golem.
Yes, except for the fact that it's an actual human body.
Oh, yeah. But, you know, in the sense that like, there's no emotions, there's no thought, there's no personality. It just follows commands.
I mean, it follows its own command from emotion.
Oh, yeah,
it's still
but
driven by emotion, but I get what you mean, yes.
yeah.
Which, you know, there's obviously supernatural powers involved in this, so it's not only golem, but, you know.
No.
Because, you know, magic chi exists in that world, so.
Yeah.
But.
One of the worst way people keep explaining as ghosts is spirits.
Yes.
Ghosts are not spirits.
No.
Spirits are different.
Yes.
Spirits are not human.
Spirits are necessarily human, is what I would say.
I don't think a human soul can become a spirit.
So again, compared to what belief you're in.
Yeah. I mean, some believe it's based on what the ghost wants, like if they're good or bad.
Yeah, or whatever what the experience of their death was traumatic or not.
Yeah.
That's usually, you know, the thought behind why ghosts become rampant and could turn into poltergeists, for example.
That's what I also was getting to, that there are different types of ghosts.
Yes.
But
ghosts are tethered to a place. Spirits are not.
Yeah.
Is what I would say is the biggest difference.
Probably, yeah. Oh well. That's a sidetrack.
Hey, we talk philosophy.
Yeah.
But I need something to drink.
I don't understand why you didn't bring your bottle with you.
Just took the glass from the bedroom.
Hmm. It's still fairly close to the kitchen. Okay. When a
Hello, Bells. You're full of chop.
she's been eating.
She's gonna be smearing it off on you somewhere at some point.
Yeah.
When she gets tired of it.
In Supernatural, when a ghost becomes vengeful, do they call it a vengeful ghost or a vengeful spirit? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
I feel like they call it a vengeful spirit.
Yeah, but I also feel like they could have called it a vengeful ghost. So I don't know.
Which wouldn't make sense if it was spirit. Because they're still tied to a place or a thing.
Yes. They're tethered to the material world. They cannot ascend.
While yes, traumatic experience can make it a ghost more likely to become vengeful. it doesn't necessarily mean that they will become vengeful.
No.
Anyone can become vengeful purely by the fact that you stay behind for too long.
Yes. Exactly.
Because for some reason you become angry.
Obsessed, I would say, with something.
Obsessed?
Yeah, I think it's a better word.
Okay.
Some of them even just become obsessed with just staying there.
Yeah.
And some of them just lose emotional control over their negative emotions. Their inhibition kind of just goes away.
Yeah.
They can get mad at anything. Which is the same for, Chinese ghosts. Just that it's just usually one emotion. It just becomes stronger. Yes. I mean, we just talked about this.
Yeah.
魂の存在は証明されてないし、意識を形として証明した人はいないんだ。
I mean, I would imagine that wouldn't happen in 2036 in our time either, so...
No, but there's also...
We're nowhere near it.
There's also a question of, like, are anyone researching this?
I assume someone on the inside of CERN is probably researching it.
Maybe.
I would assume CERN is the only organization allowed to do research at this point.
Probably.
Just so they have their hands on all research. So therefore, I still do think there is research, but it's all for the benefit of CERN.
Yeah, but it's just if you have a single entity that is in charge of research, there will definitely not be as much and not as niche.
No, there's no
research.
competition.
Yeah,
No.
as you would normally have.
Yes, that is true.
Which is why I'm thinking that maybe this kind of... Well, consciousness could maybe be important in the case of time travel stuff. But is that really relevant if your time travel is based on the fact that it displaces physical bodies? Physical things rather than...
It could also be interesting in other things like controlling people. But
don't know if that's the thing they're going for. If they're going for mind control.
Again, right now they're just controlling through fear, basically. The utilitarian.
Fear and power.
Yeah. Because they rule over time, and nothing can really beat rulers of time.
No.
So.
ちょっとがっかり。
I mean, fair, but,
D メールに比べてより具体的に過去改変ができるようになったが、同時に収束する結果も存在した。
There are some things the world will allow me to change and others it won't. For example, I can change the method of Mayuri's death.
You can't change the fact that she's going to die.
But never the fact that Mayuri dies on the night of August 13th.
違うよ。未来は確定してる。
Yeah. That's also something I said.
ならば
It has to happen.
家庭が変化したのはなぜだ。
世界線が変動してたから。岡部倫太郎が過去へ飛んで、本来とは別の行動をとったことで、ダイバージェンス
Oh, I'm sorry, pals.
わずかだけど上下したはずだよ。
Yes. Changes, but it's so small, it's barely anything at all. Because what can you do in 2 days, right?
ダイバージェンスメーターで言うと 0.00001% 程度の誤差でしかないわけ。ちょっとしたことの場合、全く誤差が発生しない場合だってある。原因が変化することでさ、結果がすでに同時に存在している別の世界線へと変わっただけなの。しかもその2つの世界線は近似値だから変化なんてほとんど感じられないはず。
So is that why reading Steiner didn't react?
変わる前の世界線は消滅したわけじゃなくてさ、可能性世界線として同時に存在し続けるんだよ。
その辺は多世界解釈なのね。
いずれにしてもパラレルワールドじゃない。
未来は再構成されていると。
Yes, slightly to put it back
そう
on
いう
its
ことに
course.
なるのかな。
I'm confused again. Maybe it's impossible for me to fully understand the structure of the universe. Anyway, that's enough discussion.
Alright, time to leave back one entire day. Again.
It's time for me to leap again. Explain the situation to Kurisu and have her activate the time leap machine immediately.
Meow.
Wow.
Okay.
Ouchie ouchie. It's the night of the 11th. I went back about 40 hours. My objective is to keep watch on the street vendors stand in the hope that Suzuha's father might appear. I've already been here for 2 hours. Now it's 8 PM and the stand looks like it's about to close. This is another waste of time. Just as I'm starting to get antsy, I notice someone approach the stand.
Well, I wonder who that is. Hi.
ゲゲオカリン。
お前ここで何をしている？
その言葉そっくり返すぜ。
I mean,
The storekeeper is looking at us funny, so we decide to change location. Like true Japanese people.
don't want people to look at you. Don't want attention from anybody, you know.
あの露店に何を頼もうとしていた？まさかタイターのピンバッジと同じものを偽造しようとしていたわけじゃないよな。
Maybe?
そのまさかであります。
He's just trying to copy the one he saw earlier.
Daru was the suspicious character the foreigner told me about.
紛らわしいやつめ。
I time leaped for this shit! God damn it, Daru. Just copying the fucking pin.
Damn, it was all for nothing. Or was it? Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
Guess we'll find out.
しかしなぜ偽造などしようと？
I mean, I will say this game usually
Yeah,
doesn't,
result to
usually,
like
at least in the second half, doesn't show anything that isn't important.
Hmm.
So, it's gonna lead to something.
Hmm.
似たようなものだろうが。
つまりさ、転ばぬ先の杖ってやつ？
Okay.
Also, it's not a question mark that's on his hat.
Pretty sure it's supposed to be a question mark.
That does not look like a question
No, not
mark.
from this angle, but I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be a question mark, just a 3D
How would
box
it? Would
one.
but it's not 3D, so it wouldn't change its shape depending on where you're looking at it from.
It's not what I meant. This angle is just bad for that.
It always looked like this. Yes.
To me, it does look like a question mark.
Maybe in the original game it is a question mark.
No. I mean in this anime too.
Hit us up in the comments. Does this look like a question mark to you?
I mean, I agree. Right there, it doesn't. But this is also
It's
hand
always
drawn.
looked like this.
It's hand drawn, so it can't be identical.
No, but if you want it to look like a question mark, you would damn well make it look like a question mark.
Whatever.
もしも天主の親父さんが見つかんなかったらかわいそうじゃん。
Point being?
だからその時は僕が作ったバッジを見せて親父さんはいたんだって嘘だな。
But that doesn't mean she can meet him. Because he
That
wasn't there.
seems bad.
You're an absolute idiot.
ぬか喜びさせるということか。
そういう言い方しなくてもよくね。世の中には2種類の嘘があって、ダメな嘘と優しい嘘があるんだぞ。
Yeah, I don't think this one is a good
Remotely.
lie that saves them. No.
No.
This is not a good
これは
lie.
何のエロゲーから得た知識だ。
クラドナドナというエロゲーではなく、いわば人生と呼べるノベルゲーからです。ってやかましいわ。
Is that supposed to be a reference to Clannad?
That's Planet. Yeah. They just, changed N to D and D to N. And no, it's not an
It's
eroge.
not an arrogant. It's just a very, very, very key visual novel because it's made by Key Studios.
Yeah. Teaches you the meaning of life.
So
yeah, I mean, yeah.
it does if you play the game.
Yeah.
The anime is a bit more ambiguous in it. Doesn't really explain anything about the second world. It just leaves it
no.
up to interpretation.
The anime was just kind of... It felt like we did not need those scenes at all. They were just kind of useless
I mean,
in the anime.
the scene was there, or the world is there to give another chance. Because it's when Ushio, she dies and he cries, and then the miracle happens, and then she's not dead.
Dies, cries.
And also the mom doesn't die. Those things. Because he's fulfilled so many people's wishes throughout his life that now he deserves to get his wish fulfilled. That is what it is. But and again, the anime doesn't explain it. It leaves it up to interpretation what it is. Whereas the game does explain it.
That's dumb.
It just teaches you to be good and you get good in return. How's that dumb?
Okay. Sorry, it's not dumb. It's naive.
I mean, it's a story!
It's a story, yeah,
So
but...
why do you care?
But it doesn't teach you anything good.
I wouldn't necessarily say
Sure, it tries to teach you that you should be good to people, but you shouldn't expect anything good in return.
No, he doesn't until he reaches his end.
I'm not saying the character thinks that. I'm saying that from a player's point of view, you are teaching them that if you do good things throughout your life, you will get good things in return. Which is not true.
I mean,
That's not how the world works.
it's not how the world works, but I still think it's a good outlook to have, as long as you're not entitled to it. Because if you don't expect anything at all, that's a sad life.
Yeah. yeah, but it's kind of the issue with the nice guys.
That's what I'm saying.
Problem.
Don't be entitled to it. All right.
Whether like you don't get anything good.
Then you're twisting it.
Yeah, you don't get anything good from being a nice guy, and it's like, well, you shouldn't be expecting anything from being a nice guy. You should just be nice.
Don't be a nice guy. Be a nice person.
You should be nice to someone out of the good of your heart, not because you want to sleep with them.
Also, I would say just buying a drink does not equal getting to sleep with them. In the, statistics of being nice. That's not how it works.
Well, that's not the only, but...
No, but, those are like typical things. And it's like...
Well, it's... Yeah, I mean...
That's a very common thing.
It's certainly they are hoping it would lead to that.
If some people get really mad because they're like, I bought you a drink, now sleep with me. And I'm like, no, it does not equal that. Fuck off.
No, it does not.
You will get a thank you in return. That's a good act on the other side. But,
ダメかな。架空のタイターを作り上げる作戦。
そんなことをして鈴葉が喜ぶとでも思っているのか。
No, I do not. During Apollo.
Okay, so he has just gone there to ask the vendor to make him a pin.
Make him a copy.
Yeah. Make him a copy of them. I'm not. That's not the important part.
He's already seen the pin Suzuha has.
Yeah. That's not the point.
No.
Because I got a little confused with the way that the vendor was speaking. So I thought that what he was saying was that somebody yesterday or whatever it was.
It was yesterday when he called, yes.
Yeah. Came to pick up a pin.
I mean, nobody understands
That
what
he
the
had-
fuck the foreigner said.
No,
so, you know.
no. Hey, Pearls.
No!
I'm not allowed to put out my.
No! You create personal space, okay? What's a personal space?
Your personal space is my personal space. Also, it's my personal space. Get out of my personal space.
Yeah, exactly. She's like, I have personal space. Please respect that. I won't respect your personal space, though.
No.
That's also my personal space.
Get out of my personal space.
You're sitting on me. Get out of my personal space! Literally, sometimes.
Yeah. It's kind of how Apollo is. He lands on me and then he bites me.
Yeah, he moves slightly. He's like, oh god, no!
Yeah.
And you're like, you're sitting on me. No, I don't. I'm
It's-
not. No.
No.
What are you talking about? I'm just close to her. I'm not sitting
You're
on
the
you.
one who suddenly appeared
Yeah.
besides me.
Birds are flippant like that. I swear to God.
Okay. So, I was a little confused because if he were there to pick up the pin, I was like,
That means he
How
ordered it.
which means he had already ordered it, and I was like, when the fuck did he order it, and how fast is this vendor at making pins?
Yeah, because this is literally the same day that she shows it. This is just the
Yeah,
evening of that
exactly.
day. So it's like, what?
Yeah, that didn't make sense to me. I was like, okay, well, then that because if that was if it was the case that he was there to pick it up, and we didn't get this explanation thing.
Yeah.
Before this explanation, I was like,
What the fuck?
oh.
No.
But now I'm just like, oh,
Aw.
wow,
No, he's
you're just a dingus.
an absolute buffoon who's trying to do something good, but
He thinks he's doing something good.
his intentions are good. His execution is questionable at best.
Intentions?
Yes, intentions.
What part of his intentions are good?
He's intending to create some hope for her.
He wants to make her happy, yes.
Yeah, that's his
That's
intention.
true. But his intention is still to lie to her.
Yeah,
to
but
make it seem like
for
her...
him, it's a good lie. It's a lie that gives hope. That's what I'm saying. His intentions are good. His execution is bad. Very, very bad.
He didn't think this through, that's
No!
for sure.
No, he did not. Mm-mm.
オカリンには話しとくよ。
So told me not to tell anyone about this. But I'll tell you anyways. Listen up!
タイムマシンを調べていて、アマネ氏から聞いたんだけど、あのマシンは過去にしか飛べないらしいんだ。
There we go. That's the missing information.
It seems a little weird, but okay.
Don't worry, you'll get more explanation on that.
Hmm.
So that's why she can't just pick it up and go back to them.
I don't know. Oh, yeah.
She's stuck in 75 after that.
No, I am aware that it's like... That, for some reason, she can't just do that. Whether it's the machine that doesn't... allow her.
You did it wrong, or she decided she didn't want it.
Yeah.
But now she wants more.
Flippin'
Flippin' birds, I swear to God.
Yeah.
She wants it so much she's stretching her neck for it.
You're so dirty.
Yeah. So much chop everywhere.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You want me to preen you? Is that it?
Yeah.
She's enjoying it.
Yeah. She's just sitting there, waiting for you to do it.
They so lumped together
Yeah.
because of it. Because it's so dirty.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh no!
I pulled a little too hard.
Oh no! Oh no!
It's also up by your nostrils. What the fuck?
I mean, she just puts her entire fucking beak down to that bowl. Gulp.
True.
So, you know.
Hmm. Just pushes her whole face in.
Yeah.
Nani?
Nani?
He's sick. Hello there, Cicada.
Why are you not making sound?
Well, not right now.
俺が
It's
知っている
not
タイタン
making
のタイムマシンは未来方向
They
に
always
止め
make
た
sound.
sound. No, they don't always make sound. Especially
In
also-
anime, they always make sound.
They only make sound when they don't feel endangered. Sometimes when there are people right beside it, they can feel endangered. They stop! Been there, I know!
Yeah, but I'm just saying that in anime, it's a trope that whenever, like, it's especially if you see one, they're making noise.
Yeah, but that's because there's a lot of them in the vicinity and it's summer.
Hmm.
And it's hot.
And this is not summer and hot.
Yeah, but there's only one, so as far as we know. There are not that many in the cities.
実際に見たん？
You need to be out in the rural areas to hear it, really.
Hmm.
見たわけじゃないが
そもそもオカリンの言ってるタイターって2000年に現れたやつでしょ？僕はそんなタイター見たことも聞いたこともないけどな。
True. You keep forgetting that, Okabe?
Hmm. That's right. The tighter I know and Suzuha aren't necessarily the same person.
じゃあ本当に
言ったら戻ってこられない。
それは例えば1975年に飛んだらどうなる
You stuck there, Okabe.
2010年には戻ってこられないのか
Yes.
戻ってくるには1975年から35年間をリアルタイムで生きないと。
How old is Ferris?
Eris?
He's around the same age as these
Yeah,
people
18, 19-ish.
are. Hmm.
ということは鈴葉はタイムマシンに乗って2036年に戻ることもできない
だからさっきからそう言ってるじゃんか。
Yeah, he's just trying to process things here, Daru. Don't be an ass.
それはタイムマシンとしては欠陥品だろ
Yes.
そう、あのタイムマシンは未完成だって言ってた。
The time machine is incomplete for some reason.
Incomplete? Incomplete?
What
セ
the
ルンの
fuck?
技術をパクってアマネシの親父さんがこっそり独自に作ったものらしいんだけど、親父さんがセルンに殺されたせいで未完成のままなんだって。それでも過去には飛べるからちっとも問題ないってアマネシは笑ってたけどさ。
Doesn't really make sense, but oh well.
It's not impossible.
No, it just seems a little weird, but
Yeah.
sure.
確かな話なんだな
本人がそう言ったし、アマネシが嘘をついてない限りはマジだと思うよ。つうわけで、今この時代にタイムマシンの修理が終わるまでに親父さんと会っておかないと、もう二度と会う機会はないかもしんないじゃん。
So that's why he was trying to make a copy of that pin. as evidence that Suzuha's father was here. I was a little unsure of who Okabe was talking about there.
だがやはり偽造は良くない。嘘は嘘だ。
バレなければ
You think she won't know?
What difference does it make? True, Suzuha might be sad about missing her father, but that's none of my business. My top priority is Mayuri's safety.
I love how he's like, don't care about this! It's not about Mayuri! I don't have time for this right now.
He has a bit more of an immediate death to take care of.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's like, it's none of my concern right now.
Mm.
However, that sad smile on Suzuha's face. Now I understand what it meant.
Mm. The entire conversation earlier on in the stream. Now makes sense.
I feel something tighten deep within my chest.
No,
Yes.
you're just having a heart
Feelings.
attack. You should go to the hospital, and please.
Go to the hospital.
あの人工衛星がタイムマシンだったなんて。
Oh yeah, right. We're back to this day, so she's saying the same thing again.
ああ、そうだな。
ビルに突き刺さっちゃってるけど、すずさんが無事でよかったね。あれって操作がとっても難しいんだって。重力うんたらかんたら装置の
Gravitational
座標がちょっと
whatchamacallit.
でもずれるとね、タイムマシンごとゼリーマンになっちゃって、
I don't remember what it's
プルプ
called.
ル化なんだそうです。
What?
The thing she's talking about.
Oh. I can't remember either.
Gravitational something.
Yeah. Something unit.
So, you know,
Oh.
gravitational whatchamacallit.
I mean, fair enough for us, but we also, you know, experience this over breaks. Mayuri's just an idiot who doesn't remember what it's called. Even though she was literally told 2 days ago.
あのタイムマシンってセルン製じゃないからあんまり安定してないって。1975年に行く時が心配だな。二人乗りだったらね、一緒に行ってあげられたのにね。
Suddenly seems like a very bad idea.
お前が一緒に行ってどうするのだ。
決まってるよ。
That'd be the ultimate moral support.
言ってね。大丈夫。マユシーが一緒だから大丈夫だよ。
So, what you're saying is that she's gonna become part of a killing game?
Yes.
She'll be the ultimate support.
Well, ultimate moral support.
Yeah.
You can do it! Says that to the killer.
You could do it while being stabbed.
Yeah. I believe in you! It'll be the best murder you have ever done! Sorry. You started it?
I suppose. I was the one who thought of it.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I could see Mayuri do that! She's a dunce, so she's stupid enough for it, and she is very, very supportive and everything.
タイムマシンって名前はついてるのかな。
Mm-hmm.
But also just
FG204. That's the name.
but also just or it could be something like where she's following a person who she's supporting very much, and this person is like building some kind of contraption, and they're like, "What are you doing? You're doing so great!" And they're like, "I'm trying to kill you," and they're like,
Oh,
and
good
she's
luck
like,
with that!
"Okay, well, good luck. I hope you
I'll
do
cheer
it."
you on!
Like she doesn't realize what's going on.
Yeah.
タイタンに直接
But then she's like, well, she made this machine for me. I better, you know, activate it so, you know, her heart work will puff. Dies. I knew she could do it. Oh my goodness.
そうだね。まゆしうっかりしてたよ。
Mayuri giggles and runs off to talk to Suzuha. She returns a few seconds later.
The scene is basically playing out exactly the same.
I assume that's the reason why we're seeing the exact same thing.
Yes. It's not gonna stay the same.
FG204 なんとかなんとかだって。っていうかね。ダル君とスズさんって。
No, we don't talk about that still.
お似合いだと思わない？
ダルはそもそもフェイリス萌えだ。
Oops.
Wrong button.
Sorry.
そっか。
I thought my finger were on the A, but
It was not. Was it on X?
yeah.
ねえねえ、まゆしもタイムマシンもっとよく見てきていいかな。
I nod, and Mayuri runs over to the time machine again.
Like, what he does is just a little bit different, as you can both hear and see.
Oh, yeah. I notice. I noticed that, but there has to be a reason for us to see this.
橋田至ってすごいね。タイムマシンさ、突貫工事とはいえ、うまくすると明日には直せるかもって。
It's also the same.
Did he? He didn't. Did he fix it?
I mean, we didn't see that happening before we went back as soon as it was done. So there's still hours that he could have done it in.
I suppose that's true. Okay.
So we didn't get that far.
No,
because we had to go back and see who this shady person was. Stares over at Daru. Absolute fucking ass. I wasted 2 more days of this.
Yeah. So maybe it's just a case of, well, he's going through this, so you're gonna go through this for nothing.
見た目は不摂生そうで冴えない感じなのにね。
Saying nothing.
さあ、
It's the same conversation again,
今言わない
so.
と機会を永遠に逃しちゃいそうだから言うけど。聞いてる？
After a moment's hesitation, I give a little nod.
私さ、君たちには本当に感謝してるんだ。
This scene in particular, I think, is shown because now we know what it means when she says it. And so does he. So you can really see the impact that it has on
私
him
の知ってる
now
人は誰もいなくて、
when you have different
戦ってば
context.
っかりだった私の時代とは全然違ってて。この時代の方がすごく平和なのにさ、なんだか私にとっては
I'm
すご
sorry.
く怖かった。
Perhaps if you lean too much forward, you're gonna fall.
でもさ、今こうして
You're making it harder to reach you.
仲間ができた。
Oh my god, to use Nakama!
私が生まれる前に生きていた人たちと出会えて、私のためなんかにみんな頑張ってくれてる。それってとっても奇妙で、だけどとっても嬉しいんだよね。その気持ちは本当だから。
Ah, yes, let's flash back to this that we saw literally 5 minutes ago. Literally 5 minutes ago! Whatever. It could be worse. It could be Latoos. Oh. Oh no! Yeah, that's your fault, you know. More! I demand more squitches.
The truth I heard from Daru plays in my head in an endless refrain.
リフレイン。
この時代に来ることができて、君たちと同じ時間を過ごせて。
Didn't even hear how the music suddenly
本当に楽
changed.
しかった。
Before it was just, you know, happy music the entire way through.
君たち
Now it's
みん
like,
な揃いも揃って心地よくて癖があっていろいろと濃すぎて最初はなんだこいつらなんて思ってたけどさ
Wait, wait.
she's falling.
That's not why she.
No. She just had a lot of energy.
Mm.
Yeah. So much energy.
いつの間にか君たちといる時間が楽しくなってたよ
She had to. What's that word? Oh, she had to get rid of some energy.
2036年はさとっても平和で喧嘩すら起きないんだ知ってた
Yes! Because we literally heard this 2 days ago. From our point of view.
とにかくさ喧嘩すら起きないおよそ争いって名のつくものはミクロなものからマクロなものまで全部消えちゃったその代わりみんな死んだ魚みたいな目をしてた誰も覇気がなくて歩く足はズリズリってすり足で笑いはするけど怒ったり悲しんだりはしなくて
If you want a good example of dead eyes, go look at a corpse.
I mean-
Dead eyes.
They sure are dead, so yes.
個性なんて誰も持ってなか
Though
った
specifically, she was actually saying that it was like a
Mina
dead
robot
fish's
みたいだった
eyes. That's what you said in Japanese.
Okay. And that
Which are-
didn't exactly come across in the translation?
No, she didn't say that at all, but she did. Shinda sakana no me. And this is because dead fish often have this like glassy
君が
dead
私に
look about
す
it.
ごく怒ったでしょ
Mm.
So it's very distinct.
Mm.
あの時
But I think it's much more of a Japanese saying than it's a
すごく
Western
ショックだったん
saying,
だけ
so
ど
Mm.
同時にすごく嬉しくなったんだよ
Punch.
君のラボに出入りしてるみんなは生き生きしててすごく眩しい椎名真由里も橋田至も牧瀬クリスもそれに君も私もみんなみたいになりたいって思ったよこうして頑張れてるのも君たちと会えたおかげほんのちょっとでもラボメンの一員になれてよかったほんのちょっとの間でも君たちと一緒にいられてよかった
Suzuha obviously knew from the beginning that if she traveled to 1975, she could never return.
岡部倫太郎きっと未来を変えてね今みたいな自由な世界に変えて
The first time I hear her speak these, I heard her speak these words, I thought she was sentimental because she couldn't return to her original 2036. I was wrong. Forget about 2036. She can't even return here to 2010. She'll be 55 when 2010 comes around. The present us and the present Suzuha can never meet again.
55.
Ah, same.
This says 54.
Same. At that point, 55, 54 doesn't matter.
Yeah, but it's still funny. Your brain was like 55.
Yeah.
Like, that's not what it said.
No. I think I was mixing the two, like Danish and English.
Yeah, probably.
So I was like, it has to be a 5 at first because English 5 first, and then
Your Danish brain was like, no, 5 last.
and then 5 last because 5 first. 5.
思い出を
Stop! She got scared. I told you no.
思い出を作ったことを後悔しているか
Hey, I said no.
どういうこと？
どうせ1975年へ行くのならばこの2010年において俺たちと
I said stop it! You're pointing the same feather over and over again.
ことはないか
Yeah, what was that?
そうすればお前が捨てるべき生きてきた痕跡は一つで済んだお前は事実上
お前はもう
二回
死んでいる。
自分の存在を殺すことになる
If you just knew that this could give you scritches, I think you'd love it.
Maybe. But it probably doesn't give us good screeches as my hands do. Aha. Ah.
She just gets more and more angry. It's like, why are you not doing anything? Run!
I tried, but you started biting me.
Yeah. She wants your hand.
橋田至から聞いた。
No.
あいつもお前のことを
You
心配している
decide what you want.
No. She has too much energy right now.
Is somebody overtired?
Yeah. Somebody's overtired.
Somebody needs to go to bed?
Yeah.
たく、誰にも言うなって念を押しといたのに。
どうなんだお前は1975年へ行くことについてどう思っている
どうもこうもないよ。私は行かなきゃいけないんだ。それが私が選んだ道だし、父さんの意志でもある。
もし俺や誰が決めたら
無視する。アットチャンネルでも言われた。私だけの考えで何億人にも影響を与えるような過去改変を行うとは何様だってね。でもさ、あんな未来にはなってほしくないから。私は君たちみたいに自由で笑い合って、時には喧嘩もして争いがあって悲しい時もある。そんな人生を私が生まれた時代の人たちに送ってもらいたいし。
I feel like everything, my whole body is just
未来
itching
を
right
変えれ
now.
ば、きっと
Not sure why.
父さんも椎名真由里も君もセルンに殺されることなくなるだろうから。エゴかもしれないけど 私は行く。
そのためならお前自身はどうなってもいいと。
何言ってんの？ 70 年代だって悪くないよ。そこでまた君たちみたいな愉快な友達を作って自由に生きていくよ。
70s Japan. So the boom of Japan's electronic production?
Yeah, as well as an economic bubble coming.
Yeah.
They're very rich in that time.
Beneath the clear blue sky, the time machine comes to life. Daru's repairs are complete. Mayuri and I helped drain the last of the water out of the cockpit. The pit cut.
Okay, it's now 2 p.m.
The machine is still stuck in Radikan's wall, but that's a small matter. Does that really matter?
No. No, it doesn't.
My heart is still heavy. Well, maybe you should get maybe you should get a little stronger. Do some lifting, my dude.
No cardio though. Your heart will only get heavier.
Yeah. Do you even lift, bro? Should I let Suzuha leave like this? I tried myself for the thought. Tried?
Yeah, he kind of be like, why am I thinking this at all? It's not even my choice.
Okay.
Like, berating himself, but in a less negative way.
Yeah, okay. Just kind of brushing the thought aside.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. It's not my choice to make. Suzuha isn't from this time. If she doesn't want to stay, then I have no reason to keep her from leaving.
It is her choice after all. What?
Okay.
What you
We
looking
didn't
at?
perform a startup test.
What are you looking at?
This is something about the colors on his face is a little weird.
Okay.
Makes it look like he's slightly blushing.
Oh, I don't see that. I know there's a gradient on it. There's
Yeah.
usually always a gradient on characters in anime nowadays, even if they're kind of flat.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's just, it looked a little weird. It seemed like there was some red tones in there.
No, I don't think so. He's just happy.
Yeah. Well, melodramatic, probably.
Yeah, and he also knows that you can't come back.
Exactly.
So not melodramatic, just melancholy.
Right, yes. Sorry. Melancholy. Melancholic.
Oh, yes. Keep squitches. Anyways, let's continue. I think we can actually finish this chapter.
You don't want to give her scritches?
She was not going for squitches.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Activating the time machine would draw too much attention. My only regret is that we couldn't find her father.
Oh no!
I'm sorry. All that's left to do is to load Suzuha's favorite mountain bike
Yeah. Mountain bike.
onto the time machine. I mean,
Apparently she really likes that bike. She wants to take it with her to the past.
that seems like a bad idea.
Yeah. People in Sony's gonna be like, what the fuck is that weird contraption?
Yeah.
It's ugly. But whatever.
Is that supposed to be a bike?
Not that they didn't have bikes, but they did not look as
I don't think they had mountain bikes.
straight as that.
I don't think they had mountain bikes in the 70s.
No.
So.
At least not maybe not in Japan. I don't know. But whatever, it's what she wants.
I think mountain biking is more with the rise of, stuff like the X Games, extreme stuff, and all that kind of...
Like street communities? That's not my phone.
No. People doing extreme sports. So more like a 90s thing.
マユシーたちのこと忘れちゃ嫌だよ。
Because it's not like you didn't have cycle racing
No.
back then, but those are different bikes. Those are just meant to, go fast and be light.
僕と
While mountain bikes are, well, a little more practical, I would say. Daru!
No! Absolutely not!
主張しろ。
Yeah.
そうだ、これ岡部倫太郎、これあげるよ。
End 70s, start 80s is when they started to manufacture them.
Okay.
As the start.
Okay. Well, I suppose it could have, yeah. If there was an interest for it. Or somebody was like, how about we make bikes that are meant to go off-road?
I mean, they had like heavy cruiser bikes before,
Yeah.
but this is some like a modification of it.
Okay.
The original ones were modified heavy cruiser bicycles used for freewheeling down mountain trails.
Yeah.
お前
And the sport became popular in the 1970s.
Is she regretting her decision to leave? Does she want to stay? Is this pin meant to be proof that Amane Suzuha was here with us in this time?
ピンバッジのことだけどさ、それと同じ図柄でラボメンみんなの分を作ったらどうかな。ラボメンの証つうか。
それすっごくいいかもだよ。
珍しく気が利くじゃない。
Well, let's just give it a second and see if he comes up with anything else. See what else is behind his thoughts.
なんかそういう使い方してもらえると私としては照れちゃうな。
つうわけなんで画像はもう撮ったし、そのバッジは天音氏が持ってってよ。親父さんの大切な形見。
She just wants to squishy. Yeah. Oh yeah. More. I'm just facing herself.
うん。そうする。
I could stop Suzuha from leaving. If I tried.
Most likely yes. But what's the point? Mayuri's gonna die.
Mentally or physically?
Physically, I'm pretty sure.
He will not be able to stop her physically.
Oh, in that sense, no. That's not what I meant when I said that either. He'd be able to talk her down.
Yeah, so mentally.
Okay. That's not how I understood when you said that.
Okay, through words or through through force?
Thank you. Through words. No, he can't win in force. She is a trained fighter.
Yeah.
Because she has to be. Because, they're after pearls. She just goes like, how far low can I go? Get more. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm so happy. It was adorable. Anyways, we need to continue if you want to finish this stream.
But unless she goes, I can't save Mayuri.
Yeah.
はいはい。パンパカパーン。ここで
Da, 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 da!
重大な発表があります。
As usual, she completely fails to sense the gravity of the situation.
Haha, get it? Gravity? Because gravitational unit? Sorry.
Though I suppose it's our fault for not telling her the truth about Suzuha's time machine. In any case, she has my attention.
マユシーはですね、すずさんのお父さん見つけました。
Damn, she good.
What?
You're like, wait, what happened? What?
Magic.
How? Who? When?
What?
Where?
会いたい。
All the WH questions.
というわけで、
Where for?
お父さんに来ていただいてます。どこ？
She's like, who? What? Where?
それでは発表します。すずさんのお父さんは。ドゥルルルルルルルルルルルルルルルル。
うお、セルフドラムロール？
Yeah.
ジャクちゃん、すずさんのお父さんはダルくんです。
Points at him. It's you, Daru. How did you come to that conclusion? I want to know.
Our mouths drop.
We're all like, what the fuck are you on about?
What do you mean Daru's gonna have children?
Yeah.
なんでしょう。そもそもこの変態が結婚なんてできるわけないし。
Yeah. Snow is gonna get married. What the fuck? This fucking scene is glorious. I love it.
その言い草ひどくね？
Well,
Is
you
she
kind of
wrong?
deserve it.
Is she wrong, Daru?
いや
She never said you couldn't have children. She just said you could never get married. I know it's kind of unheard of in Japan to have children without being married, but considering the future we're gonna go into.
Is that what he said in Japanese?
What? I didn't
Become
hear.
a wizard?
I have
Because
to
you're
hear it.
shouting.
Yeah, you have to go past it.
その言い草。
Oh, that's... Come on.
お前。
いやクリスティーナの言い草に全面的に同意する。ダルは30歳を超えて魔法使いにクラスチェンジするのが確定だ。
Yeah, he said he's gonna turn wizard class.
Yeah.
So he said it. He said it. It's also
Okay.
Japanese saying, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh god! You moved the chair.
It's kind of an idea that came from Japanese
Yeah,
culture
yeah.
that once you turn 30 and is still a virgin,
Yeah.
you will become a wizard.
Yep.
Well, don't know if it happens for women too.
I don't fucking
It's
know.
not really specified because
No.
it's only really guys talking about it.
Yeah.
So,
Maybe we'll become another class than a wizard.
a witch?
Maybe.
A bitch?
I hope not.
Is that what you gonna
Either way,
become?
how that's going to be interpreted, I don't want them.
How about a druid?
Yeah. Or a bard, that could be fun
Or
too.
bard?
It could be fun too. Just go fucking sing in people's faces.
Is a what?
Go sing into people's faces.
Oh. Well, you already play the... Well, the bass is probably not the most, like... common instrument for a bard.
Hey, I can play the clarinet too. I played clarinet for 8 years, okay? I still remember how to play it.
I mean, it's a flute, I guess.
It's a giant wood instrument, yes.
Yeah.
Unlike a flute. This is purely metal.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, they're brass still. They
Okay.
just don't look
はいな、
brass.
少しは自重しろ。でも
I've also played the flute for a year, so I know.
Mm. I have
It's
never
more
played
like a
it.
recorder. It's wood
Mm.
than it is like a flute. But it is closely related to the oboe, if people know what an oboe is. It just doesn't sound as ridiculous as an oboe, in my opinion.
As the name or how it actually sounds?
How it sounds through your mouthpiece.
There's an
Have
oboe.
you heard the oboe?
I don't know what it is.
Oh, you don't know what an oboe is?
No?
Oh, shit.
I was like, what the fuck are you spouting? What the fuck kind of random word is that?
This is an oboe.
Oh.
And that tiny mouthpiece they have, tiny long mouthpiece up at the top. If you play that without having it plugged into the oboe, it sounds like a fucking screaming duck.
Mm.
Literally, it's so funny and it's hilarious. Like clarinet has a different mouthpiece, the same mouthpiece they use in saxophones. For some reason, saxophones decided that they wanted a clarinet mouthpiece on them. I don't know why. So you play through bamboo, actually.
Does it have to be bamboo?
I
I thought they could also be made of plastic.
No, the mouthpiece itself can be plastic, but the piece of wood you put on has to be made of wood because otherwise it's not going to make the same sound.
Okay.
You have to wet it before you. You have to lick it with your tongue, put it in a bit, make it a little moist, and then you put it on, and you can play through it.
Stop.
I know it doesn't sound right, but that's how it works.
No. Okay, we're done here.
It doesn't taste good.
We're done here. Let's continue with the game. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
They don't cost a lot though. They cost like 80 crowns per piece. That's not a lot. They can hold for a year.
For a piece of wood?
Yeah, they can hold for a year though. It's bamboo, it's not a piece of wood. It's for go for a year. That's not a lot.
I have bamboo, I think. I think it's bamboo.
But these are specially cut.
Don't choke on it.
This ain't choking. If it's anything, it's suffocation.
そもそも私のお母さんこんなに太ってなかったよ。
I mean, people's weight can change, Suzuha.
みんなダル君に冷たいよ。
うわ、僕をかばってくれるのは眉しだけだよ。なんという天使。さては僕に惚れてるな。
No. No.
Harsh.
あのね、眉しの推理だとダル君は絶対に
100 million%. You're very sure, Mayuri. She didn't say that in Japanese, but it's essentially the same thing.
You can't really be more than 100% sure.
It's a saying.
I know, it's a saying.
It's a
but
saying that you are very sure.
I'm not just sure, I'm very sure.
Yeah. No, in Japanese you just said zettai, and zettai is basically just in like in English if you had to translate that. She's like, oh,
Aiko!
hey. It's more like a, yeah, this is basically going to happen. There is no not proving what I'm saying here.
ピンバッジに書いてある文字のことをね、ずっと考えてたんだ。でね、じーって見
There's
て
a
た
cat down there.
ら、7010の7の部分がちょっと変だなって。
Yeah, we saw that too, Mayuri. Thank goodness.
これはね、7じゃなくて2なんだよ。
Exactly.
下の横棒がかすれて消えちゃってるだけ。
Sure.
Fell off the bottom?
Yeah, I think it's more like maybe nicked off with some objects.
Maybe.
Since, you know, he was working in a lab and making a time machine, so... You know, could
小
be.
さすぎてよくわかんないけど。デジカメで撮った画像を拡大するとね、気づくよ。
2010って西暦のこと？
Mm-hmm.
まさに今年のことじゃない。
Yep.
だったら最初のアルファベットは何を意味するんだ？
簡単だよ。岡 部、椎名、橋田、牧瀬。でもって、あまね。
Yep. It's all their last names, initials.
Hmm.
And then the stars for the ones that are unknown.
Hmm.
Because, you know, Amane is number 8. And Nakase is number 5, so. What's up?
Why are we not including the other ones?
I guess the one who made it didn't know who the other people's names were.
I guess?
That's what I would think.
It seems a little weird, but okay. Because if it's like, you know, specially made,
Compared to who makes it.
I think it has more to do with why they're making it.
Mm-hmm.
It was right in front of us all along. We just didn't know where to look.
これラボメンの頭文字じゃん。
2010年って言ったら何かなって考えたらね、ラボメンの年だって思って。
The year of the lab mems.
I mean, yeah, we did increase from 3 to 8 in a couple weeks. It was also founded this year, that is true. Back in spring.
そういうことか。でね、すずさんから聞いた未来の話には、オカリンとクリスちゃんの話は出てくるけど、ダルくんの話はちっとも出てこなかったでしょ?
Only a wizard class hacker. Wow! Both of their mouths are like agape. Of course I'm not famous. You're dead.
No, the reason there aren't any stories about Mayuri is because she dies in a few hours. But let's just...
Daru doesn't know that, so he's excused.
Don't worry about it.
でもね、ダルくんはスーパーハカーだし、オカリンの右腕だし、電話レンジちゃんだって、オカリンとダルくんの2人で作ったんだから、名前が出てこなくちゃおかしいと思うの。
名前が出てこない。すなわち、名前を偽っているっていうことね。
Exactly. Barrel titer.
Because he was fat.
He's not fat in her time, though.
No. I said was.
Okay.
That's why I said
you
was.
have no time to be fat when you're a part of a resistance against the government.
Well, according to different kinds of pop culture, that's not necessarily true.
Yeah, but realistically speaking,
because
do you have time to be fat when you have to be on the run all the time and maybe
but what
making
if it's
meat's end isn't the
what
greatest?
if it's a genetic thing?
Still.
Some people are just fat.
Yeah, I know. But...
Not necessarily through their own choosing.
No, I know. But it's not a given that people will be fat just because they have the genetics for it. If they live a normal life like everyone else, yes. But if they live a life under stress, constant running, maybe you don't get too much food, generally unhealthy life like that, when you don't get much nutrition, I'd imagine even then you'd lose some weight.
I don't know.
No.
I can't.
Usually it's just a higher disposition for fat storage that does it. But if you don't get anything the body can make fat from, then there's nothing to make fat from.
I don't know. I can't prove or disprove it.
True, Daru was an Akiba until 2010.
Spaghetti.
In Japanese, she said sour cream.
Okay.
It's Steiner! Mayuri, it can't be it's not in English nor Japanese, but come on. Reading spaghetti, reading sour cream. What the fuck?
それについて知ってる人ね、ダルくんならぴったりでしょ。
I mean, the fact that she thought all this through, very well done from Ione. She's very sharp in this one instance, like some other instances.
確かに。
それにね、
Look at his mouth
お父さんが会おうとしていた
while holding the bike.
覚えてる？タイムマシンオフ会に行けばお父さんに会えると思ったんだよね。ちなみにダルくんもそのオフ会に行こうとしてたでしょ？
Yeah, he did. They just never put two and two
あ
together.
れは日本 SF 史を語る上で重要なオフ会だったんだマジで。まあ天音氏の尾行ついでに潜り込めたからラッキーだったけど。
I don't remember that.
It must have happened because of the D-mail I sent.
Yes.
父さんからそのオフ会の話を聞いたことがあって、子供の頃のことだからうろ覚えだったけど、とにかく行けば会えるかなって思ったんだ。
じゃああの会場で僕に会ってたらそれで解決だったって話？
Yeah, it's all Okabe's fault.
どうかな。その時点では橋田至を父さんだとは認識できなかったかも。あとね、
You look nothing like
タ
him.
イムマシンの名前 FG204 なんとかかんとかって言うんだけど、
なんとかかんとか。
And because these people are the ages they are, it's not unreasonable for him to have a child.
In 7 years? That's
In
not
7
unreasonable,
years.
no.
Exactly.
Not at all.
Maybe even by this.
Just born in 17.
Yeah. No. I was just trying to think. Was the standard that much different for when you were having children back in tens?
No, except for the fact that probably more people were getting children in Japan. I think that's the main the thing.
Yeah.
It was still, in minus, but...
But it's also just, the age at when they get children.
No. I wouldn't be surprised that he's like mid-20s before he gets a child. That's not unheard of at all.
No, I guess not.
FG204
Second edition version 2.31! That's definitely Daru!
ネーミングセンスは
Yeah.
間違いなくダル。
それに FG はね、きっとフューチャーガジェットの略だと思うんだ。
Well, at least you remembered that.
Yeah.
So Suzuha's time machine is future gadget number 204?
How many did we make?
名前バレルタイターさんはね、
Ah, yes. This moment is ridiculous, but so funny, and I love it.
そういえば昨日の夜、まゆりからバレルの意味を教えてって聞かれたけど。
バレルはね、タルって意味なんだよね、クリスちゃん。
Yes.
タルタルダル
Yup!
ダジャレ？
Hey! He becomes a dad! why shouldn't it not be a pun? His naming sense is already
Just
shit.
because he becomes a dad doesn't mean it has to be a pun.
As I was just about to say, his naming sense was already there! Say Hashida Daru 10 times fast.
なんで？家 ればわかるよ。橋抱いたる橋抱いたる橋抱いたる橋抱いたる橋抱いたる橋抱いたる橋抱いたる橋抱いたる橋抱いたる橋抱いたる。
Can you hear it?
抱いたって聞こえなかった？
Dater.
聞こえた。
橋抱いたる橋抱いたる橋抱いたる橋抱いたる。
マジで？
マジで？
マジです。
I knew it. Okabe's like, what the fuck? Daru!
Can't believe it. But with all this evidence laid out in front of me, I can't deny it either.
とってもお似合いの親子だと思うな。
I mean, they do look a little bit alike.
They have
She
same
has
hair,
his eye color.
eye color, and hair color isn't too far off.
No, but though I will say the hair color comes directly from the mom, as you saw. But
Yeah, but considering they both have like brown hair,
yeah,
it's,
yeah.
you know.
They both have like chestnut hair, so.
Mm.
But she has his eyes.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Also
all
what I
the
was looking at.
genetics, mom.
I had this idea quite a while ago that he was the dad.
Yeah, like there's a lot of hints to it, like how well they get along and how much they look alike and stuff like that. And there's a lot of things that can like link you to it. But the fact that Maori figured this out in like 2 days from a pin.
プラシーボ効果かしらね。言われてみれば、二人が似てるような気もしてきた。
It's not unheard of, no. Placebo effect. A placebo is something that seems like medicine but has no medicinal effect. When taken by a patient who believes it to be medicine, it gives them psychological stability. Despite placebos having no medicinal effect, there are cases where a patient's condition improves.
Because the mind is one hell of a drug.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
If you're
The brain can release a lot of different, essentially drugs.
Yeah.
If you believe it, that's what happens, and your condition gets better.
If your brain believes you're sick, you'll be sick.
Yeah.
There will be no diagnosis to have because it's just in your head,
Yeah.
technically. But brain's fucked.
I love how your phone came up with health.
Yeah, it's my health app telling me to go to bed.
Yeah, it's just funny. We're just talking about health, and then suddenly health.
Oh,
It was
it's
funny.
like,
Funny coincidence.
That just reminds me of the Stonks guy, but he's a doctor instead.
Yeah.
It's like health.
I love it.
That one's great.
I love that joke. As a medicine student, I love it. Health, and I just sit there like, no, but it's funny. It's like, no.
It's just some ridiculous thing.
Yeah.
Being like some ridiculous like argument or whatever
Yeah.
about some kind of thing about the body or
Yeah.
whatever, and it's just like health.
Yeah, I get it. I'm like, no, you don't. No, you don't.
お手柄だな。名探偵椎名真由里だ。
I mean, if she doesn't die in a few hours, yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, this is definitely a plot twist that you can figure out
Hmm.
if you pay attention to a lot of things.
I wasn't even paying attention to any of the other things. I was just like, they sort of have the same hair color and sort of the same eye color.
Also,
That
they
could
both
be-
say okie dokie, if you haven't noticed that.
I didn't notice that either.
They say that in English,
Okay.
unlike Mayoshi. Bye. They both say okie dokie,
Hmm.
which is a huge giveaway, if you notice that.
Hmm. She says the dits most of the time, but maybe she's more perceptive than anyone knows
Yes, for certain things.
あ
when she puts her mind to it.
あ、娘
And I was like, I have a daughter? Oh my god.
I think he's probably more, horrified at the things he said to her.
It's actually kind of heartwarming when he actually learns that Suzuha is his daughter. He's kind of like a heartfelt moment coming here. It's very cute.
そういう時はパパと呼びなさい。
No!
Very Daru.
Well, it could be worse. I
It
suppose.
could be worse.
But
He's just-
no. Actually, in Japanese context, and especially of this time, this is akin to saying "daddy."
Yeah, it is. Because he says papa in Japanese as well.
Yeah,
He literally said papa.
yeah. So that's
But still, could be worse. That's just a very Daru
時
way.
ぐらい変態はやめろよ
Yeah.
yeah.
She's crying.
No sound.
No. I don't think she was necessarily saying anything there.
No, but it seemed like she was laughing.
Yeah, no, it's just crying. Yeah, don't worry about it.
私来たよ。父さんに会うために。父さんが作ったタイムマシンに乗って。
Not to mention that we also hear when he first started tinkering or trying to repair the time machine, he was like, "This seems awfully
Like
a
it
lot
was a microwave, yeah.
like the
That's a big hint.
yeah the phone wave."
Yeah.
I was like, "Okay."
That's a lot of hints
Mm.
that you will notice throughout this game if you ever play it again.
Mm.
Some of them are more like straight in your face than others, but it's also like it was close to the reveal anyway, so it's like, yeah, sure, let's put this in here. It's
Like I already had the idea, but I only put it together from colors rather than anything else, because we started talking about her dad
yeah.
父さんの
and
言う
who
こと
her
してた
dad
こと
was. Not to mention that there was the whole thing about him wanting to be at the offline meet.
Yeah, I think that's also one of the big hints. Like he was going to an offline meet, and her dad was at some kind of offline meet in Akihabara. I know that there can be multiple ones in Akihabara, but the fact that it was the same day, probably the same time, is very telling.
Yeah. I was like,
That's weird.
nah.
There's no way. It's someone else at that meeting, right?
That's dumb.
Well, would you look at that? It's not dumb. This guy actually scores a lady and gets a child.
This guy fucks.
And you've seen the mom. She
Yeah.
fucking pretty.
Well,
If you play Steins Gate Zero, you kind of see how like the relationship develops.
yeah,
It's adorable, honestly.
but
It's really adorable.
in Steins Gate Zero, he would have this information, right?
Not this way, no.
No?
But I believe he probably was told sometime before the game starts. Give it a take. Because there's a little bit of a time skip.
Okay.
Because Steins Gate Zero takes place in winter.
Yeah.
So I believe that he was told, but he did not find out this way. And that will be obvious when you're done with the game, why that is.
Okay. Well, that maybe makes it a little better.
But Suzuha is still there in
Okay.
Steins Gate Zero.
Mm.
She's still there in Steins Gate Zero. But, you know, he's going out with Amane. It's actually more awkward for Suzuha because she just sees her parents over there. It's like, get fucking together already.
Are we just gonna ignore what you talked about earlier?
What?
The fact that her mother, or that she looks exactly like
She
her
does
mother?
look exactly like her mother. It's fucking hilarious. But they don't make anything weird out of it.
No, I know, but that's still...
Their personalities are different, though. I will say that. Their
Okay.
personalities are different. Quite different, in fact. Amane
Well-
Yuki, her mom, is much more of a... She's still easygoing, but she's much more of a go-getter than Suzuha is.
Yeah, but that's also the whole thing of, they were raised in different times.
Yeah, but personality-wise, there's still a difference. You can...
Yeah.
Like, even when you have them side by side, there's a clear difference between how they behave and stuff.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm still saying that could be down to the fact that, she's from a future that is dystopian.
Yeah. Not to mention, she probably wasn't raised much by her mom. As far as I know, her mom died early.
Yeah.
So it's mostly actually been her father who's had to influence her. But again, the game doesn't really make anything weird out of the fact that they look exactly alike. Especially because in this game, he hasn't met Suzuha's mom yet. So he doesn't know.
No. But it's... I still kind of look past the fact that he, tends to make a pass at any woman he sees!
Yeah.
Including his own daughter!
He didn't know!
I don't care!
He didn't know, okay?
And then the fact that he's later gonna meet someone who looks exactly like her and be like, yes.
Yeah, but at that point, he does know that is Suzuha's mom. So it's also awkward for him. Because he knows that he will end up together with her. But he does like Amane Yuki.
In a wholesome way?
Yeah, I'd say their relationship is actually very wholesome given Daru's personality. He blushes and is awkward around her and everything, and she's just having fun. So I'd say the relationship is very adorable in Zero.
Okay.
Especially given the fact that Suzuha is kind of like a pushy wingman for them. And Daru's just like, please stop. I can't take this.
Father and daughter, reunited across time.
Yeah. As I said, even though Daru is the kind of person he is, he also, he kind of has to deal with the fact that he's a dad now, apparently.
No, he'll be a dad.
Yeah, but he's like, I have a daughter.
Oh, did I? I'm truly glad we could bring them together.
ちなみに君の母さんは可愛かったロリ顔で背が小さくてだけど巨乳ってのを希望
Actually, she is a petite girl with a cute face and big boobs, so he got that right.
It's not exactly how I would describe...
She is
Suzuha?
not tall.
Okay.
Amane is not tall.
Okay.
But she's got big boobs and a cute face.
それは内緒にしとく。さてと、これでこの世界線への未練は綺麗
Is that the first time he's ever hugged a girl who isn't his mom?
Most likely.
そろそろ行くよ。
It's like, this is one of the scenes where I'm like, okay, I actually, Daru has other stuff than just being the butt of the joke all the time. To contribute. For one. You're still not sold on it. But I also, I have Steins against Zero to boot. Not that he doesn't have those jokes.
父親と積もる話があったりしないのか
What am I doing?
It's like, why am I stalling? She needs to go.
Don't make any passes at Daru's daughter. That's just weird.
Well, at least her ending is not like romantic, so that's always something.
That's good.
That's good! Unlike the other endings.
I was actually thinking about that. I was like, oh no.
Yeah. No. Now, her ending is not really romantic. Sure, like, she supports him because his mental state is fucking horrendous, but there's no CG of them kissing. Unlike in other
worse than it
endings.
is now?
Yes, worse than it is now.
Is that even possible?
Yes, it's very possible. Don't worry, I'm pretty sure we can actually do the ending this stream if we continue.
Okay.
Because there's really not that much left here.
She looks at us with the face of a warrior. A part-time warrior.
Yeah! Part-time warrior.
君たちにかかってる。私は
It's so hopeful right this moment. We know this can't continue. Because we've got 3 more chapters at least.
責任を持って託すからお願い。未来を変えてほしい。
Yeah, whenever I hear onegai
You think of like Onegai teacher?
and onegai twins,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
and
It just means please.
oh yeah, I know what it means, but it just reminds me of
Association.
it's purely association because it's things I remember fondly from when I was younger, and especially the spiritual successor, Waiting in Summer, which was fucking amazing.
あの夏で待ってる
Yeah, it was very good. So sad.
Aliens.
Yes, but
That's what you said to me. Aliens.
that's not how I said it.
No, but I'm just making the meme.
Yeah. You need to ruffle up your hair then.
I can't do that.
Get like crazy guy hair. Nobody speaks. Nobody nods. The future Suzuha spoke of is not the future we desire. In Suzuha's time, Daru and I fought to change it. This time, we'll make sure it never happens. Mayuri will live. Kurisu will be free. Suzuha will grow up knowing her father.
それじゃ
And hopefully her mother too. You know.
数時間後か
Oh, this breaks my heart. Oh, Suzuha. So hopeful.
3D!
I mean, it's fairly good for 2010 standards. In a airing TV anime.
Yeah, that last part was important.
I've seen worse in anime movies from 2010. So.
I've seen worse in current
Yeah.
insane budget movies.
Yeah.
So,
It's fairly good, and it's it's minimal, so whatever.
it's completely fine. There's nothing wrong with it.
Nope.
But it is clear that it's 3D.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter.
I think... I don't know. Yeah.
If it doesn't move, it's actually hard to see that it's 3D, which is one thing.
Yeah.
It's only when it moves that you can see it.
I'm trying to think of like other examples of 3D in anime today that is less noticeable, that is better implemented, where it doesn't look like 3D and it actually fits in with the 2D counterpart. I'm not saying like
This makes me think of an anime that had both 3D characters and 2D characters in them, because it didn't want to make models for NPCs.
oh
It's very jarring, but the entire anime was also just like, what the fuck are you doing?
I think I've heard of that one.
Probably one of the worst in like newer times. Oh my goodness.
But is it worse than Hensky?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that animation was fucking terrible.
Yeah, the problem here is that they have 3D, and the people who like directed and wrote the story have never worked with 3D before. Never made an anime before.
I have to start somewhere.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
But it was very clear that they didn't have anyone who was experienced in what they were doing. And it shows.
Yeah.
Oh, the animation's even worse.
Without final warning, Suzuha boards the time machine. She waves once, and then the hatch closes behind her.
What? The sound disappeared? Okay.
Yeah. My phone vibrates. I quickly take it out and open it. The mail is from Suzuha.
Part-time warrior. Sayonara. And the mail says,
Hey, I can read that.
you. Yeah. It says arigato up at the topic, so
Yeah.
she says thank you, which is different from the other one. The other one said sorry. So it's a happy goodbye.
Yeah.
This time.
Goodbye. When I failed to stop her in a previous world line, she sent the exact same message before leaving.
Yeah, except for the topic.
But this time, the word holds a completely different meaning. Also, the...
Don't worry about it. He's only talking about the bread text here.
Arigato.
Yeah.
Sayonara.
Yep.
Holy shit.
You can read! Can you read who the sender is then? The first three are katakana, so...
Yeah, I don't remember those.
It's baito, as in, arubaito.
Yeah.
The kanji is senshi, as in warrior.
Okay. Yeah, no.
Baito senshi.
I would never be able to guess the... Well, maybe guess the whole thing, because, the way he...
Yeah.
Tends to... call people certain things and also have the same name in his phone.
Yeah.
Suzuha.
Oh, you will see a very old Suzuha, supposedly.
We will never see her again. Not this Suzuha. Very old. I don't know. I don't think 54 is that old, but okay.
Japanese standards, old. That's all I can say.
Really?
Yeah.
What is their life expectancy in Japan?
Oh, that's very, very high. That's not what I meant.
So, not that old.
I meant in cultural standards.
So, as in she's no longer desirable?
Exactly. She's just a burden on society, according to Japanese culture.
Boo!
Yeah! The same problem we have in, in China. If women are more than, 30, they're basically undesirable and they will never get married. I'm like, Jesus Christ. That's the kind of pressure the family puts on them.
I have different reasons for not getting married.
Yeah.
First of all, I don't really feel like it's necessary. Second of all,
you don't really have anyone to marry, I guess.
I was gonna get to that, but it's not gonna be anything like, the typical marriage stuff, because I'm not part of the church. Not that we can't do that if my partner is part of the church.
Yeah. You only need one part to be part of the church.
But I don't really care about that stuff.
No.
And yes, also, I don't really seeing it happen because me finding a partner.
Good fucking luck.
I don't really
both
see
of us.
You probably have an easier time than I do. Maybe. I don't know.
I wouldn't say so. Purely because I'm asexual. That makes it hard.
Well, at least no. Actually, that doesn't matter.
Polo.
Yeah. That actually doesn't matter because it's still the same. Like I don't have to find a trans person to be with.
No.
You don't have to find an asexual person to be with.
No.
We just have to find someone who likes us for who we are and accepts us for
And respects our boundaries.
Yeah.
And that's difficult for either of us.
Yeah. Also, I'm not into the whole romantic thing.
Exactly.
But having a partner doesn't have to be romantic either.
Nope.
I just want a cuddle buddy. You know? But
you want a sensual relationship.
yeah. I kind of have a need for it. It's not being fulfilled, but hey, I'm still alive. That's a plus, right?
I suppose so. I mean, I'm also not allowing you to die, so there's that. Oh.
If I really wanted to die, I would be able to do it, but
Yes, but the fact that I don't want you to
Oh,
is
yeah.
also keeping you back.
that and like I keep like one of the big things I keep thinking about is how it affects everyone around me, not just people,
Yeah,
Also-
also your pets.
also my pets and whatnot.
Aiko would be so sad.
Yeah. Same with Pearls.
Yeah.
Apollo,
I don't think he cares.
no. He's like good riddance.
Good fit. It's one less human to think about. As long as I still give him food, I don't think he gives a fuck.
No. But yeah, like when I didn't have the pets, it was more just well, how's this gonna affect people around me
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing. Yes, we can seek her out in our time. I'll most definitely make the effort anyway. But next time we meet, an immense gulf of time have divided us.
Will have divided us.
Yeah,
It's future tense,
yeah.
but whatever.
Future tense for a past person?
Yes.
No, actually, future tense for a future past person.
Future present, not past person. Whatever. We're making this more convoluted than it should be.
Future present for a time traveler.
Anyways, let's continue.
She won't be the girl we knew.
Oh.
鈴葉きっとまた会おうな僕その時まで頑張るから頑張るだなんてとっさにこんな言葉しか出なくて自分のボキャブラリーの貧弱さが嫌になるけどさとにかく僕は頑張るから鈴葉も頑張ってな
She would be your mom's age at this point when she comes back. But you know, it's a sentiment.
Is this hearing his voice
Yeah,
saying this? Kind of takes away from.
I hear some people say that. You wouldn't believe who voices this guy.
No?
No.
Okay.
He's a really popular voice actor.
I mean, I also was surprised to figure out that Kurisu is voiced by the seiyuu that puts voice to the teacher from Kiss Exist,
Yes.
who dates the main character,
Mm.
who's a student. His words probably can't reach her anymore. Suzuha's time machine has vanished into thin air, leaving a hole the size of a dump truck in Radikant's wall. More like a dump truck. Ha! Got him! These nuts! When I peek through it, I can see Akihabara's station right underneath. Push him. Push. Push.
Yeah, right.
What?
Forgot.
Push. Push him.
What?
Push him.
Oh,
Push him
he
off the
doesn't
edge.
deserve that.
The air is thick with the smell of ozone. What? Oh, because they're in the city.
Yeah.
And seems to pulse softly where the machine stood. Well, I suppose it is technically the air is supposedly trying to cover up the space that is now empty. Too, I guess.
Hmm.
We stand there for a while, staring silently at the empty spot while the summer breeze blows gently past, which would create a sort of wave effect, like pulsating air,
Hmm.
as if the wind were fate itself.